for tomorrow because I'll watch it tomorrow.
All right, we've got audio and the video is on as well.
Hi, internet.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
Oh,
perfect
perfect
timing.
Uh,
timing.
Hello, Jeff.
oh, hi.
Hi, Internet. Drink water.
Once upon a time, I was allowed to do one thing at a time.
Sorry for your 30s.
yeah,
I think
You know,
that's pretty accurate.
All right.
I tried to stop that from happening, but lo and behold, I'm still here.
Welcome.
Way
Yeah,
welcome.
welcome.
All right, do you want to give us the
All right.
map so we can do the recap?
Oh, I don't have you guys on there? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine.
I forgot about it. Welcome.
Who knocked out my Dragonite, you fucking assholes?
Okay.
There,
I
nobody
just-
gets to own Starbucks.
I just sent you a gift. Did you get it?
Probably.
Are you guys sharing friend codes? Post
yeah.
that in the chat.
All right, I will.
Friend codes for what?
Pokemon Go.
Oh my goodness.
There's an event quest of make 3 new friends. So
Throw it in.
Oh,
throw it in,
yeah.
Throw it in your games, memes, whatever. You'll get more.
yeah,
What do we
I'll
got?
do
We got
mine later.
new Pokemon are
Alright.
coming out. What, next weekend? This weekend?
Today. They're already out.
Oh, they are?
Robin just told me that there's a whole bunch of new ones that are popping up.
Nice.
Oh, Marquise, you changed the chat icon, right?
Yeah.
For the Sparkle Motion. Can you post the picture? Because I can't see it. Like it's so small. I want to see the
What?
zoom in. I'm
What?
pretty sure that says Sparkle Motion.
It totally
does.
does.
I'm not sure.
It looks like Sparkle Motion done in a Steven Universe influence
Does never
style.
doubt my commitment.
The tagline.
uh,
Nice touch. Nice touch.
Oh, I wish I could see it.
It's in
Me
the chat now.
too. Oh, is
okay,
it?
you put that.
I could check it
Never
on my phone.
doubt my commitment.
Okay, so
Yeah.
recap.
Yeah. So who wants to? Does anyone want to volunteer for the recap, or do you just want me to run through it?
Oh, excuse me.
I mean, I don't really care either way.
let's see. Here's what I remember. So at the start of the previous session, we had cornered Glassstaff.
Mm-hmm.
He seemed cowed, but not exactly repentant, claiming that most of what he did was under coercion by a greater power, which he was eager to name as the Black Spider. He admitted that several of the doors around were trapped, that the Drow was also here, and that we might be able to find Gundren, the reason we're here, near the Drow. Then he tried to run away and instead died. At which point the party went to follow the only hint that we had of the Drow, which was Gabe's sighting of a Drow through the northern cavern. All other exits from this room having been either proven to be traps that already happened, or a place that often explodes.
It does.
The last
Stuff you've experienced and now heard it.
The last action I recall was a surprise round against the bugbears where the Drow was once sighted that killed at least one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And now they know we're here.
Yes, but we have the high ground.
And we're running out of map.
Yeah,
Also,
right.
is there anyone who could check on the audio on the stream and see if the voices are okay? Because
Roger that.
I had to mess with some invisible settings.
I have it up.
La, 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 la. $20 months.
For what?
Jared has been a subscriber to 2-Bit Punks for 20 months.
Sound is good.
Oh, getting close to us.
And I got Glassstaff's new spell book, and still no rituals, but the spells in there had taken a darker tone.
And I gave
Oh
Sparkle.
yeah.
I gave Sparkle Gem the belt and wand and the ingredients that were in his pouch as well.
Yeah, did that get added to the wand? I know got
You owe me one for
added.
that.
I mean,
The wand you could add. You just needed to search for it.
yeah, I
Jerks
did that. The belt I did not find.
belt. Well, it's just a belt.
It's a belt.
That's
It's just
fair.
a belt. So you could just throw it under if you go under equipment and you want to just throw it under
Other possessions.
other possessions. It's an easy
A belt with a wand holster.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
a little carrying pouch.
And
You
a
guys
wizard.
let me take a short rest after some persuading, and I got my spirit totem and wild shape back.
We need to take a long rest before like we get into anything too serious. I
And,
am out of
we all-
spells.
And we all found out what a failure in the Forge of Spells means. That no one spell is on the items, but it could do anything.
Right.
Mostly
Yeah,
bad.
So there's a so you
I'm
did a pretty
still
good
excited
job.
to use that all the time. So guys, be prepared for anything.
Last resort.
But no, that's a first resort. I really want to see this.
First resort.
I'm pretty
And
sure
that's why
at
we're
this
different
point he's
characters.
convinced he's just going to go and throw every item we find on any dead corpse in there.
Shit, 10 minutes
Throw
into
it
the
on.
session, Jerk just fucking explodes.
He grows several noses where his ears were.
Yes.
Like just pure insanity ensues. But that is one thing you guys did. That was a pretty good. But when you did capture Glass Staff, you got a bunch of information. You were able to confirm some of the suspicions that you had about the Forge in the past. Obviously, somebody had, mentioned the pile of weapons and things that were on the floor in the Forge of Spells room, and that was kind of confirmed that they're not having any success using the items in the Forge. You also found that rather than clear out the Forge, they are still currently still currently just housing a base towards the northeast, which is about kind of the general direction that you guys were heading. In addition to that, you learned a little bit of the background of Yarno, where his failures had definitely incited the rage incited anger in the Black Spider and caused him to essentially turn into a kind of like it just is acting like his minion, where in the past he had aspirations of being very strong and powerful. Let's see. In between there were a couple of ghouls that attacked that went through the explodey room, as it was called a moment ago. They're wandering through there, so there are still some creatures going through, but if anything goes through there, it is getting attacked. Those creatures, some of them were already injured by the time Bear took a couple slices at them, and I think Sparkle Gem got a couple hits in, maybe Jerk too. As you guys went around, you guys came up with an idea to try and get the jump on these two guards that you were able to see here. And you definitely killed one of the two, and I think everybody came up and threw a couple shots at the other one. He was still okay, and that was that. Let's see. You also found that Gundren. Yeah, I heard this. Gundren is alive in the cave. The Black Spider had been keeping him alive in order to use him for something. But you also heard that there was another villager that was here. I don't know if that one kind of got missed, but so that's another item. Yeah, I think other than that, you did a great job. So, Godwald, go ahead and refresh sheet. You should see your inspiration there, and that brings us here into this room. We had a surprise round, and we were starting this round with rolling initiative because you guys got the surprise round the last time. So we can start with dice.
Hooray. Nice.
Getting that out of the way.
Yeah, get all your low rolls in now. There's only two bad guys in this room.
Nice.
Nice.
Where's my chat? There it is.
Of course.
Okay, we have now all rolled a die.
All right. I wanted the die rolls as I asked for them, and I appreciate this. Give me Jerk
4.
and Taliesin.
6.
Thank you. Pubert,
2 on the dice naturally.
Godwald,
3.
Jeebus, Sparkle Gem,
13.
13. Okay. So with the the successful surprise using your high ground advantage, which we know always works and wins all fights, you guys were able to get in here, get the jump on them, and that then brings us to Sparkle Gem's turn. Sparkle Gem, shots have been fired. A bugbear is down. One bugbear looks very surprised
And I'm
as
just-
javelins went flying past his head.
And I'm just standing up here chilling.
Yeah, you're up there.
Okay. I was not
Oh.
expected to go first, so give me a second.
I could describe this room too. Get a little bit of help here, because the ledge you're looking at is about 20 feet down. Where's all of my icons went back to small icons. I want big icons. Stay big icons. What are you doing? Yeah, so there's about a 20-foot cliff that goes down on this side. There's a stream running through the cave that comes from the west. There's also a stream that comes from the east periodically as the water rushes through. Just based on the map, you guys would kind of have an idea, since you know that water flowing through the stream, this is coming from the smelting room. Let's see. The ledge up on the opposite side of that is about 10 feet up. Otherwise, from that floor across the way, the cavern goes up about 40 feet. This is a pretty large natural cavern in the cave. It's been well mined for many of the materials here.
All right. So I'm just going to shoot my crossbow at this one right here. Click it. Click it.
All right.
Ping scene.
18.
An 18 hits.
Do. 5 damage.
All right. Bugbear number 6 takes 5 damage.
hmm
Sparkle Gem stands up to get a clear shot. I think you actually were the one of the ones who got one of the kill shots on that first bugbear. Or at least you and Jerk
Mm.
might have hit. I can't remember, you guys.
And how far of a drop am I on?
That is about a 20-foot cliff that's right in front of you.
And it's what, about 10 feet on the other side? Is that what you said?
Yeah, so this goes about 20 feet down to a stream bed. The stream bed doesn't take up the whole, the water doesn't take up the entire stream bed. And then across the way, about 10 feet up, is another ledge on the side of the ground here. So this ledge is 10 feet. This ledge is 20. Godwald's holding the lantern on so that you guys can have decent shots at these bugbears. And this guy just got hit with a bolt.
Sorry, guys. I will be right back. All right.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Anything
All
else
right.
with your turn?
I'll move up one.
All right.
kind of like just tuck around, and I don't know. I don't know how I'm
Mhm.
going to get across this. Someone's going to have to throw me, and that's that. I'm not accepting anything else this time.
We
That's
have
alright.
more rope.
I have rope. Just
Which means
chuck
we would
me.
tie it around your waist, and then we'd get a good swing.
Oh yeah,
Swing you around over our heads before we throw you across.
See, Pew Bear's
You
already
would.
getting into it.
Yeah.
We're doing it. It's going to be a thing.
Oh, that reminds me. Two things from that were mentioned in the thing last session. Hubert, we talked about like how you in plate armor, like having to then like swim and the difficulty there.
Uh-huh.
D&D 5e doesn't give you any negative effect for wearing armor.
Yeah, 5e
Really?
Doing it.
armor check is
You're-
only stealth.
Yeah, you're basically considered if you're considered strong enough to wear the armor the heavy armor while walking around, you're also considered strong enough to be able to do all the other activities you do in it.
You know, it makes perfect sense since you're basically playing a superhuman anyway.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you guys think about the backpacks you guys are carrying, even with a
Yeah.
even with like
My
Sparkle Gem
backpack
negative
weighs
1,
twice as much as I do.
right? But you're still managing to just carry it around and climb down a rope without issue. So you guys are all Supermen.
I mean,
The second one that was mentioned in passing was that somebody said, "Hey, we only have, we can't sleep and take a long rest." But we had a couple sessions ago, we had come up with a house rule about it, like, because just in order to make it make a little more sense, not that you couldn't take the long rest, but that you have to roll a d20 and get above a 5. If you didn't get above a 5, then there's 1 hour delay for you to get to sleep. So it's plausible. I mean, because there's nothing in the game mechanics that say you can't, but just to give a little bit more reality to sleeping 8 hours after you just slept 8 hours, we'll throw that in there. So yeah, if you guys do want a long rest, that was what we just kind of figured out each day. Oh, also Sparkle Gem, it has been dawn. It is now 6 a.m.
Okay.
Dawn has occurred. Your magical items, anything that recharges at dawn, you guys can roll your dice
That's fully
to see how many
charged.
charges
That's
you get.
fully charged. This needs charges. 1d6 plus 4.
But with that being Sparkle Gem's turn and being over, it's now our friendly bugbears in the room. Poor bugbear number 8. There you go. Looks like you got those charges. Him
Uh,
having just
What? No.
seen his friend murdered, or seen his cohort murdered, um, receiving a crossbow bolt in the chest himself, he's going to take off running, and he gives himself, and he just uses his action to dash away, run across the bridge here, come to this room. You hear him shout something else that uh, only Taliesin would understand. Let's see if I can do this real quick.
Yeah, no, my staff of defense also still needs charged because I only have 4 charges left, which is where I left it at.
So he shouts something in Goblin as he just goes bolting past away. And then you guys see if anyone on the ledge has, let's see, dark vision out to 60 feet. Where's my measuring stick? Da da da. You guys are able to just see this guy in this corner here. Guarding this way with the stairs. And as his friend just took off running, he then also takes off running. Leaving a
Little
leaving
pile of
a-
poop.
leaving a zombie standing there. But with that, there's nothing pressing danger in this room. So you are now out of combat once again.
Okay.
Nice.
Can we see this ladder that's visibly on the map?
Well, those with dark vision can. Those without can only see the items that are illuminated in that triangle.
we don't have the triangle right now because
Oh,
on my turn I was supposed to set the lantern down and we get the triangle, but we didn't get that far.
oh, sorry. Whoop. You guys,
Oh.
you guys with light, you were able to see these two standing here. Those with dark vision were able to see, and Taliesin was able to hear what the bugbear shouted out at the other one. Let's see.
Yeah, so
And also,
Oh my
let me
God.
roll.
There was
we
a,
know
a
we can
really,
make the
there was
go
a
on.
really big pause in Marquise's camera. So he was standing at the door and then he was in his chair. It was like a Japanese horror movie.
Yeah, he does look pretty.
Latency.
Oh. Yeah, he's like kind of stuttering around. He's there and then he's not.
Yeah. And now he's frozen.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
it was
still
like this last week for him too.
Yeah.
WTF. Well, like I said, you guys. Yeah, there you go. You guys do get out of combat. You're able to see into this room.
That ain't working.
And see the water and stuff down there.
Oh no.
Is he lagging that bad?
Yeah, maybe it's time for a restart.
Frame drops.
Wait. There he
Nuclear
is.
reset.
He's moving again. Say something, Taliesin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, sad day.
Keep
I didn't make-
4,000.
Did he just say his ping's at like 4,000? Did I hear that right?
Maybe. No, he did say yeah. So he made out part of it. Well, the rest of you are in this room and can hear it. And so what's going on? What are you guys doing?
I mean,
Maybe you'll find out later what
Well, we need to get down.
well, we need to get down, and Jared did say those of us with dark vision. So, I
You do that.
definitely see this ladder on the other side, and we'll communicate that.
Okay.
I would
Just
like
be like,
to move to that ladder.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is through logical deduction, we could assume this is the canal that from the forge room. Water flows down here. We could easily jump down, go back around to that room,
Has
keep
it's like-
past that room through the canal, and get here.
So what you're saying is Glassstaff's body is stuck on a rock about over here.
Yeah.
Yes, this would have been the area where Glassstaff's body would have been washed down the channel.
So I say we run all the way back around and get back to the other room.
And go down the river?
Yeah. Well, if I remember correctly, the map, like I said, if I remember correct, why is it doing this? It's not letting me do things I want to do. There we go. Go back. Go back all the way down here. The room is like shaped kind of this, like over here somewhere.
If you guys want to kind of like talk in turns, just to make sense of it, your initiative order was Sparkle Gem, Jerk, Taliesin, Godwald, Pubert. So I hear Sparkle Gem's thoughts.
I have a grappling hook I could probably reach this boulder with. We could shimmy across.
I'm willing to wait until seeing if that fails or succeeds.
I'm going to look directly at Jerk and say, what in our history makes you think I can do that?
Well, I was just going to have you throw it, bud. I was going to go across. I don't think that river's going to move you if you go in there with that armor.
Is this part of the river rising and falling like the other one was?
No, this is just running through. But a stream does get added to it. As the water raised in the other one and put the water through the channel. This is where that channel feeds out. So let's see. At the moment, it is currently water flowing through this section as well. So over here.
How deep is the water?
Roll me perception, see if you can tell and to see. From 20 feet up, looking down into the moving water.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, you can see it pretty well. You can tell it's only probably about 2 or 3 feet deep.
All right, so I'm gonna throw my grappling hook
Probably-
and see if I can get it to reach here.
I would say, actually, sorry, with the water running, it's probably more like 3 or 4, but when it wasn't a second ago, it was 2 or 3, so it's normally a pretty shallow bed.
Okay, so we can throw the rope up here, and if it sticks, we can just kind of scale this wall. It's only a 10-foot wall. That shouldn't be too difficult. Using the rope we could Batman and Robin it.
I already told you I'm not climbing anything anymore. You have to throw me. Like straight up, I'm not doing this.
All right, so what should I roll to
Uh,
see if I can get
I
that
would say-
grappling hook?
I would say to climb down a rope with a wall to lean up against. If you had something on this side, it wouldn't. It doesn't cost you any. It's not any more difficult to go down the rope. You have the.
I'm more worried about
Oh,
getting
like,
back up on the other side.
Yeah, that's probably more an issue. There are stalagmites in the tunnel that you just came through too. Those are those things that I put on the ground there.
Yeah, but if I secure the rope here, in like this area, I won't be able to get it back. If I throw it over here and use it to scale up here, then I can get it back when I get to the rock. Oh no.
Oh, Talus's camera is. It looks like it's running smoothly.
I think it's working okay now.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Oh. I asked Taliesin what the goblin, or the what he said in Goblin when he ran away.
Would I have? Was that sent to me at all?
Yeah, I whispered it to you in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, this has been fucking up.
okay. Yeah, I know. You're good.
He shouted, "They're here! Get the others!"
Oh,
So I'm
cool.
guessing we're gonna have some company.
Oh, good.
Well,
Good.
now that I know that, I'm going to throw the grappling hook over at this rock.
Okay, so you're gonna try and like whip the grappling hook around, give it a toss, get it caught
I mean-
on that rock, that boulder.
Yes.
Tie
Okay.
the rope around my waist and have QBR chuck me over there. I'll just tie it off.
Okay, so what should I roll for that?
Probably just pure dex check, honestly.
As if it was an attack roll with a ranged weapon you're not proficient in.
It could be an improvised
I-
weapon attack, so you probably would add your
So yeah, that sounds like straight dex to me.
straight dex. It's not really anything else in
You're
there.
throwing a thing
13.
with
All right, yeah, just enough. So you whip that, you whip it around, you toss it once. 13, like you maybe like you pulled and you didn't quite get it, but then the second time you're able to like, okay, you know what? I know exactly where this needs to land. You're able to toss it again and feel that the grappling hook is attached.
All
It's
right.
got a good purchase from where it's at.
And then I announce advancing, and I slide down the cliff.
Jerk is able to climb down the cliff without. What is that? What exactly is your thing again? It's so weird because it doesn't give you like insta free climbing, but it's pretty close.
It says it doesn't cost any more movement, any extra movement.
Second story work. No longer costs you extra movement. So does it cost you extra movement to go down? But you do just need a simple then athletics check to climb down. Let's roll d20. Successfully with ease, Jerk is able to climb down. It's almost as if he's been climbing buildings his entire life, and now the skill set is coming into fruition in a fantasy game. I mean, in the real world.
Okay, so I guess if no one else is moving, I'm going to continue along.
Oh, and let's see,
Oh.
Jerk, as you're climbing down, your range of vision actually, you'll be able to see. So as you were climbing down the rope kind of across the way, it was in the dark, it was just shy, and you're able to see above the stairs. As you're on the wall, you'd see a little bit more at the top of the stairs, and there seems to be something there.
Is it a flaming
But
barrel?
now you're 10 feet down over a ledge, and you can't quite see.
Okay.
But you did get like a glimpse of something was at the top of those stairs.
Come on, anybody
Cost
else?
you
I
just a
turn
little
around
bit of movement to get through.
and I just ask, is anybody else coming? Like,
You're able to
what's up?
wade through the water.
I'm gonna
No,
wait till
you're good. You got the stamp. We'll see you later. We'll be cheering you on.
All right.
I wouldn't say that in character, no.
Let's see.
Pew Bear smartens up. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go.
With Jerk entering down to the bottom of that cavern, though, he's able to see the rest of this cavern. So you see the same wall, cliff face goes up and then forms the cavern wall that goes up into the ceiling over here. And you're able to see that down here in the stream bed, someone has been digging. There are several tools, shovels, pickaxes, buckets, even a wheelbarrow has been moved down here. In addition to a rope ladder has been set up here on this side, and there is a uh, there is a rope like elevator for bringing rocks up.
So is the water here look deeper than where we are?
It's moving a little faster there. But by the time it moves downstream here, it's not enough. It's enough to be difficult terrain, but you're able to wade through it.
Okay.
Right where the water hits down as it's coming through here is a little rough. It might push you back. It looks like it's moving a bit faster there as it hits the ground, and it's kind of frothing up a little bit.
Okay.
Also, Sparkle Gem, you can just see a zombie standing there across the way, just one of the dwarf ones that was washed away from the other room is just kind of standing there.
So I think I said,
Creepy.
I think I heard Pubera say he was gonna follow me.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb down. I just
I mean,
we were
before
moving
Q
in.
Bear starts to climb, Sparkle Gem's going to like grab him by the leg and throw her backpack down and just be like, throw me first and then throw my bag before you go. I'm not going to be able to climb up that. You know
give-
this.
That's 30
I,
feet. 30 feet
I see how this is
long
happening.
and 10 feet down.
I
It's
give
20
Pubera
it's 20
guidance.
feet down from where you're. It's 20 feet down from where you're at right
Well,
now.
I think she was talking
Right.
about throwing her across to the other ledge.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
that's a 30-foot throw with a 10-foot drop. That's gonna be some damage.
I was gonna say I'm gonna look down at her, looking across the way, looking down at her like, are you serious?
Did,
Really?
Yeah, just throw me.
Tuck and roll, baby. Tuck and roll.
Exactly my
Hey,
plan.
hey, do you need to talk?
did you make a did you take a rope down there with you at all?
I have a rope attached here, and that's what this little line is. So there's a rope attached to this rock, and it's hanging down into the pit, so we can use that to climb up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but none of us are very good at climbing besides you to get down.
Why do you think
Well-
I'm telling P Bear to chuck me? I'm not going to be able to make the climb on the other side. I don't know why I got so loud.
Can you throw
Well, there's
the other end of the rope up to me?
Yeah, I could do that. I'll tie a rock to the other end of the rope, and I will toss it up to them.
okay. I'm gonna real quick just bring out a pen to kind of illustrate from a side view what we're thinking here. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to use this area over on the tunnel here. So you are on a cliff that drops down 20 feet. And you're all standing up here. There's a stream bed with some water
Welcome to
Jerk
Khan
is.
Academy.
where Jerk is, and then there's a cliff that's about 10 feet up here, and he has a grappling hook attached to this rock. You have now thrown a rope up to them, down across that way, so you have a rope that someone is holding that goes down into a pit. If you were to
There's
attempt to take this rope, gravity would bring you down to the ground.
yeah, but if you tied it off, you could kind of slide across it.
There's nothing
Like,
over here.
come
to
on,
sign
man.
off to.
With all of my
I can-
infinite druid wisdom, you don't think I have a plan?
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. Like just before somebody like Sparkle Jumps, like, all right, I've got the rope, and I jumps down there.
I mean, like I could hold on to it, and Sparkle Jim could shimmy across. And I feel a lot safer
No,
doing that
screw
than trying
that.
to
I'm
throw.
not going to shimmy across. That's strength based. If
So-
anything,
so-
I'm going to tiptoe and like do handstands on my way across, so it's all dex acrobatics.
So what I would like to do is from that rock to our ledge is 30 feet.
Okay.
So we could potentially get, if we have 50 feet of rope, we could tie it here and then tie it here. And then can I make a survival check to try to create some sort of harness to help people get across?
So like turn your rope into like a series of like knots and maybe like a loop to go under the arms or something.
Yeah, like I have a shit ton of rope. So I could we could tie this one taut, and then I could take my rope and make a harness with it to help people get across.
Okay.
Okay, so before I throw the rope to them, actually, I'm going to climb up it. So I want to move up here.
Well, you're able to do that with incredible ease as you're assisted by a rope and the other thing. You can
So then
throw the other end of it up there. You can even try and like set the grappling hook into a good position. Now you do notice though, roll me. All right, so yes, Taliesin, roll the survival check to see like how well you can make the harness out of the rope that you've got. It's a pretty simple idea, right? Like the loop. I don't see like that being very difficult. But Jerk, roll me perception.
Perception. $15.
Okay. As you climbed up and pulled on the rope, you notice that the boulder is pretty heavy and it's probably sturdy enough for one person, but you question about how maybe several people with all their gear could hold it up. So you kind of the rocks probably a couple 100 pounds, but
Okay, well, I yell back at them. I go, one at a time, guys. This rock is heavy, but it's not that heavy.
I got an unnatural 20.
oh yeah, you are able to come up with a really great way to to like do the right kind of like knot that will loosely slide over the rope but also go underneath the arms. You kind of can arrange it on the person so that it slides up under their arms and they can kind of go hand over hand pulling themselves across the way.
Dope.
And you did great, so you're able to couple of them in a quick period of time. Jerk, as you move from there and you're looking up the stairs, you see two bugbears standing behind a sharp encampment. Several sharpened pieces of wood are down. They are growling, pointing spears in your direction and holding shields.
Um,
I go
Oh, wait,
back.
they better be on that layer. They better be on.
They're not.
Oh my gosh.
Are we still using our initiative or?
Yeah, well, we're running with that because
Okay.
you guys basically have now come far enough in the room to see that yeah, there is something there. Though they are not attacking you, they are waiting patiently as I move them to the correct layer. I could have sworn I moved everything to all the layers, but of course I missed something. Of course.
Hey, quick question. How do we delete drawings?
You click it and hit delete.
Oh, easy.
You can right click it. Once you click it and it's selected, you can right click and choose delete.
Okay, so those bugbears want to spear me.
Yeah, they're growling, but they're not attacking. They are holding a position here and just shouting at you. You see that they've constructed something out of scraps of wood that they found around, sharpened up several ends of them, and placed it at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
And you think to yourself, now they have the high ground.
We can't win. All right. I'm gonna.
You underestimate my power.
I'm gonna search this bugbear while I'm waiting for everybody to get over here.
All right. Next to the area, and you do see them again, both just kind of hanging out and standing there. Yeah, let's see. The bugbear has just his is now just hide armor with several holes in it. Um, he's got the mace. Basically, it's just like a spiked club that he had in hand, and a small buckler, little shield that is containing. Other than that, doesn't really have anything.
All right.
Also,
I should probably
Hubert's
tell.
javelin is on the ground there, and
I should probably tell them the bugbears are here at the top of the steps. Please hurry. And then I'll just stare them down until help arrives.
Okay.
just glaring at you.
And so who's after Jerk?
Oh, I guess if we're to my turn, it's Taliesin,
Okay.
and Godwald, then Bear.
So I will. Let's see. I think I'm pretty light. I'm like 115 pounds. I could potentially get across there with Sparkle Gem on my back, although you are also carrying a shit ton of stuff, so I don't know if that rock will hold. You're muted.
I'm really good at doing that. So at this point, like,
You've created harnesses that would
Well,
enable people to simply hand over hand and go across. I would say with the construction that you've got and the rope being taught across what it is, one person at a time, there shouldn't be any issue if you're making several of these harnesses out of your rope.
well, even then,
Yeah, I was just trying to get the most people over there at a time, basically. But I will just I will go across this rope. I don't know why you're on top of me.
Okay. Are you? So how many of the harnesses things did you make? Did you just make just one for Sparkle Gem, or did you make several?
You had said that I had made like several, so I guess I would have made like one for each person to try to get across.
Yeah, I apologize. I assumed. So then that was kind of like what, like 5 feet of rope per one. So you've got 1,
Yeah.
2, 3,
It'd be
4.
like 20.
So 20 feet of your rope is used in these harnesses.
Yeah.
You could also later just put them in your inventory. Be like rope harnesses.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, because I wouldn't be able to get them off of here without untying the rope, I guess I would say. So I'm gonna have to leave them here for now. I might have to I can probably come back and get them. I will. Let's see.
Oh no, you did a masterful roll with that. So you totally you made like great slip knots where you're able to just oh no, I know exactly how to do this. And you can take that thing off of there. As each person comes over, you'll be able to take them off, throw them in your inventory.
Because that could be very useful later. Let's see here. Can I hold an action if it is a melee spell attack?
Yeah, but if it's a spell slot and you're holding it, you have to expend it at the end of the turn.
It's
Is
a
it primal?
cantrip.
Okay, then yeah.
I
You can-
basically want to like turn like half bestial and like go into primal savagery and like hold it in case. And like I'm just kind of like waiting for everyone.
You can prepare primal savagery for if there's an enemy in melee range.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. Yeah, you grow your claws out, sharpen your
Um,
teeth.
Yeah. Does me going across this rope, does that count as like pretty much my whole movement, or is that just like how does that work?
Yeah, you guys are pretty much costing a turn to get over here. But as you come across the other side as well, you can see at the top of the stairs this little fortification that they've made. These like X-crossed pieces of wood. They've kind of gathered throughout doors and things in the cave, and they've sharpened up and make sticks to make something at the top of the stairs. And you can just see them bunkered down with their shields and spears, growling in your direction.
All right, cool. Yeah, so I'm just waiting, ready to slash some boys. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Then next person to go or decide what they gotta do is Godwald.
I'd like to use one of these harnesses
All
and
right.
go across.
Yeah, it's well crafted, little ingenious idea. Like we should definitely keep these, and you're able to just use your movement to get across. It's no difficulty or athletics check with all of the pieces in here.
Let's see, I just have the cone, so oh no, I just left the lantern again, didn't I?
That's okay. I'll grab
Yeah.
it.
Nice.
It's not even mine.
The lantern was just gone forever.
And so I can't see those there. He said that.
Yeah, you just kind of see this up the stairs, but you could hear it. You can hear the growling. They're clearly trying to make some threatening noise, but oddly not attacking you.
I'd like to use my action to put Gabe on the map.
Okay. Let me go find Gabe. Oh wait, here he is. I put him right next to you.
And that's it.
All right. Pew Bear, you're on the other side. You and
All
Sparkle
right.
Jam are there.
I will grab the lantern, and if I have to, I'll clench it in my teeth as I throw on one of those harnesses.
It
and,
fits on belt loops.
Oh, okay.
Hooded lantern. I imagine there's a handle of some kind. You can
Yeah,
tie
just-
it around your waist. Though you'd have a little oily flame thing on your waist now.
And yeah, I will throw on the harness and swing across, slide across, go
Goes
across.
Sparkle Gem, same thing. It's your turn. Unless there's any actions or anything you want to do. Sparkle Gem does the same.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. I'm asking. I don't mean to.
Oh no. Do I have the option to do any actions? I figured the harness, putting on the harness and stuff would be
All right. No, fair enough.
okay.
So Sparkle Gem,
Yep, I'll just slide across, I guess. Whee!
slide across, slides on down. There's a nice little. I mean, yeah, it is even like at a downward angle, so you're able to push across, get to the other ledge, get off on the other side, and you're now on the opposite end.
Eh.
And we have this.
Tell you what, I'll
rope.
throw you when we get outside.
rope up
Yay!
there.
Can I like it's I'm like still like in half beast form and just be like, you guys keep those. They could be useful later. I'm just like dripping acid from my claws.
I turn and I tell Talus, and I'm like, hey, can you cut the rope off at the grappling hook and toss that in your bag? Because I don't want to lose that. We got more rope.
How would I get it from the other side?
Yeah, it's tied to the stalagmite on the other end.
The grappling hook is tied here.
Yeah, I know, but then the rope is tied to the other side.
Yeah, you
Is
can
it-
He just
cut the
wants his
rope. I just
grappling
want the hook.
Oh, you just want the hook.
Yeah, because we
I
can't.
haven't.
That hook is going to be infinitely useful.
I have
Okay.
a grappling hook myself. We could just leave this set up here for now.
All right, maybe we'll have to go back. That's
I
fine.
think I also have a grappling hook, so maybe I don't know. But yeah, we can come back and get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Jerk specifically bought one. But all right, so as you guys cross the way and you see these two bugbears up here, they're not quite the size of like what Droop turned into, but they are much larger than goblins, and they are being quite menacing. But as you approach there, um, stepping down the stairs to the south, you see a familiar face,
Ooh.
a dwarf whom you know, Gundren, Rockseeker, steps out, standing next to the zombie, and he takes a look at it, and he takes a look at you, and he's like, "Hey, guys, come on over here." He waves over at you. It's like, "The black spider wants to talk to you. I wouldn't go that way. They're not going to let you through." And then he turns and walks off in the other direction.
Just freely walks off in the other direction?
Yeah.
Can one of you cast detect magic to see if he's under any kind of spell?
Or if that's really him?
I mean,
Did
he
I
already
prepare that
left.
today? I prepared that today,
He is
but it's only 30
already-
feet from me.
He's
So
already out of sight as well.
Okay. Also, we're gonna need control of this cone.
So it gets weird because it's easiest if it's on the map. If I put it on the token layer, you guys are gonna have to be dealing with it in your stuff. So just kind of tell me where you want it, because that'll be a lot easier, I think.
Well,
can we have it at Sparkle Gem pointing at the zombie?
I mean, I can move it to the token layer if you would prefer. I'll show you how this kind of gets. And then I think anyone should be able to grab that.
Yay!
Yeah, I can move it.
Okay. So I mean, yeah, you guys could post it up, see over there.
I'll leave someone else in charge of that.
I'm just like, I'm imagining like
This
Gundren's
is what I
walking
want.
out and he's like yelling to all of us, and I'm like half lycanthrope, like standing there growling, and he's just like, hi guys.
Like, oh, hey!
So, what do you guys think? Do we follow Gundren? He's why we're here.
So I have to play this as Pew Bear. I can't play this as Joe. Yeah, of course. That's why we're here, right? We gotta go find him.
He's already
Well,
gone. Shit, I should have yelled in there and seen if I could do an insight check when he was talking to us.
Can you do it just from voice?
I can do an insight check when somebody's talking to me to see if I can tell like what their intentions are.
So,
But he already walked away.
a little backwards. So, what is it you want to do that you think would be an insight check? You want to be like, is he telling the truth that I should come over there? That he wants me to? Because that's one check. Are you saying like, is he?
Does he sound coerced?
Does he sound?
Basically that's I'm trying to figure out if he is acting, like how Glassstaff was, where he was pretty much like forced to do this, or if he is like genuinely like, hey, come on, it's like this is a misunderstanding. You know?
I mean, he's probably
Yeah.
being forced to do it. It's a matter of once we get over there, are they trying to ambush us or not? But we have 2 rounds to discuss that as we make our way across the planks. Because it's about 60 feet.
So if that's what you, if you,
So I'll
so
take
Ta- Taliesin.
25 steps forward.
Yeah.
Taliesin, you were saying, you're basically like, what's the thing you want to kind of infer from his speech?
Just whether or not is it like, can I tell based on the way he's talking and his body language, like does he seem to be like genuine and like this is like a misunderstanding, or is he, you know, does it seem like maybe he's like under a spell or he's being forced to do this?
Okay.
That could like maybe possibly have me conclude that this could be a trap.
All right, go ahead and
Of course it's a
then
trap.
roll your insight check.
It's 14.
All right. So I mean, then we'll just run with your passive then. It seems very odd, right? Like it seems very strange that you know that you were just told by Iarno that Gundren has been kidnapped and was being held, but then to see him, you know, in fine condition, like feeling fine and talking so casually about like, hey guys, over here, come on, the Black Spider wants to talk to you. It's very bizarre.
Right.
We already know the
Well-
drows use these doppelgangers as well. We've already killed one of them.
Well, that and also too. So I kind of want to like get the party to kind of to chill for a minute and be like, guys, remember what was said in I can't. What's Jerk? What's your girlfriend's name from the shop?
I have to look it up.
How many
Well-
girlfriends do you have? 4 of
Alia
them.
Thornton.
Yes. So remember, Alia had said that she hadn't seen Gundren that much of late, but when he did come into town, he was acting really weird. Like he was acting as if he was just real quiet and not his normal self.
Well, there's absolutely 0% chance, or yeah, there's a 0% chance that this is not some kind of trap. So
Right. And he's telling us to come with him because he's a familiar face. So what happens if we just keep pushing forward? We can take these 2 bugbears down.
We can send Gabe.
yeah, we can send the owl.
I would say from here, can I see what is like this way?
Oh, yeah, you'd actually see a little bit up a channel. It's kind of so like the water is here, I'll open it up on the map a little bit too. But the water is going through a like tunnel mouth, and you can kind of see like the water level. The water level there is probably only a few feet deep. There's a few feet of space above the tunnel, so you think you could probably like wade through or go in that way, but definitely like right at the wall here. Right at the wall here, I'll just draw it.
Over here.
Here is where the cave mouth starts. You can see in and see a tunnel that goes in this way, but it's just like cave wall opening and the water's flowing out from there. And they've placed this board across what is a very like shallow channel to step over it and not have to deal with wading through the water all the time.
I say we go through this way and get the sneak attack on them.
Go through what way? Go through the
the-
tunnel?
Yes.
How deep? I mean,
It's
well, I guess
only
I
a
would.
few feet deep, so basically, I would have to ride piggyback on somebody.
Roll me a perception, Sparkle Gem. Get an idea.
I don't know what my modifier is. I'll look at that in a second.
It's
12.
It's a very low trickling
14.
stream. This water is not moving quickly like the other water. It's actually just kind of like trickling and bubbling. And whereas you kind of glanced at it and you thought it was like maybe 3 or 4, 3 or so feet deep, it's really only like 1 or 2. It's actually a very
Oh, so
passive,
even I
calm,
could
bubbling
wade
pool.
through this way. I mean, do we want to try and go through this channel that's only like knee deep for the rest of you?
Well, I also have a
I
question. Can I do a perception check real quick? I don't know if these bugbears up here know common, but if we're yelling this back and forth to each other, then they just know what we're gonna do.
Oh, that's
Also-
true. I totally forgot about that.
They
We-
are within earshot of you as you're discussing this. Yes.
Right.
I totally forgot
Sorry.
about those bugbears.
We also can't go up the channel without a light for the humans, which is just gonna. It's like a siren for everybody else that's up there.
Get
I just,
better eyeballs.
I'm sorry. I'm just
I
imagining the
did.
bugbears like they know we can hear them, right? Like we're right,
Right,
here.
that's why, like,
And
yeah.
Right. Yeah, the growls go from being like, huh? I gotta look at each other. I gotta.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I think that they can understand us.
So what well, I can't say that out loud now.
Okay.
You guys can go stand next to each other and whisper. No one's stopping you from doing anything right now. No one's. I mean, they do look like menacing and threatening, but they are not attacking you at the moment. Though Gundred did say they're not going to let you go through there. Come this way.
we can go see what he wants to talk about.
I think I will.
Okay, I'll join.
You want to take that zombie
fight.
out before you pass it?
You always know how to make me happy.
I mean, is the zombie aggressive?
It doesn't have to be. If someone takes control of it, it will be.
Yeah, right now it's not, because Glassstaff was the one that rose it, and he's dead.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna.
What's this stuff?
Would it be okay if instead of using this triangle, if you guys would just get out like the measuring tool and know that 60 feet from you is where you can see and like do this check, knowing that
Sure.
That works for me.
he's doing it because it's just like taking up so much map space.
Yeah,
That's
it does,
what I was
honestly.
doing.
Trying
That's
to be a
why I
little
was just
crazy.
like, boop,
So
boop.
we'll go 60 feet from Pubert since it's on his belt,
Ah!
and it also won't affect your
Whoop.
arms that way too.
Everything's
There's
Okay.
spoilers. You could also, like, I think what I did when I had like produce flame out is I think I just put like a tiny ring around myself so that I knew that I had it. I think you
put
can
the
do
aura
that.
put an aura on yourself.
Yeah, but it was like it was only like a 5-foot one, and it was basically just to know that I had something on me.
Because even with the triangle, like it's a lantern, you can just turn it so easily. So like without like direct control and doing that whole thing, it's a little tougher. So yeah, if someone who has the lamp on, whoever's holding it, just does that, puts a yellow aura on themselves of 5 feet, it'll just make you like a glowing circle. That way, I'll know you have the light on, and when you're like, "Can I see this?" You'll know 60 feet. is
Yeah,
how far you can see. if
It's
you
just
point
like
the
an
lantern
easy
towards the front.
reminder of like, hey, I've got this lantern on.
Yeah, and then if you do like set it down, like okay, we're in combat, so you set it down, I can bring the triangle back out. So yeah, so as the group of you go across here, though, um, you again you get a bit of a closer look at some of the area that they were digging across here. You do see that there are a flight of stairs that goes up about 10 feet that you can't quite see over the top of. So you'd have to go up there. But you do realize that as you passed a bit that channel would have to is down at a level where these stairs kind of go over it. So the channel is underneath. It doesn't quite lead this same direction. It may have led somewhere else.
Advancing.
Advance. Du-du-du-du-du-du-du.
Jerk 60-foot line out. Whoop. Yeah, be able to see. I'll give you the whole hallway. This jerk crests the top of the hallway. You see Gundren and a bugbear standing there, and he's like, "All right, I don't know what's taking you guys so long, but he's inside. Come on and join us now." And he goes off and walks in, and the bugbear kind of makes a rude gesture at you, and kind of goes off with him as well.
But what's down this tunnel?
Oh yeah, and Jerk, you would be able to see a little bit farther down. Top of the stairs, and you can see that there is a bugbear standing guard down there. He kind of looks
Ooh.
up and glances at you. Ah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna follow Gundren and go meet the Black Spider and maybe kill him. I don't say that, but that's my intention.
I do not speak these words out loud.
But you could read it on his face.
All right.
I'm going slowly though, so the group can keep up.
Da, 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 da. Well, technically, I'd be here right now.
I will. You know, I'm going to try to keep up with Jerk, just because
Where's this
Well-
channel lead?
I'm
The little dots, you can see it. Stupid map. What a bad
covered
map.
in metal.
You wouldn't be able to see that. This is
Aw.
just a hallway to you.
Aw.
Oh, by the way, did anybody take out that zombie that was back there?
I thought I did. Should I
okay.
roll to attack or?
Oh no, it's standing there, immobile, just groaning, kind of looking at you guys as you go by. It has no. It was magically given instruction not to do anything, so it is the easiest of pickings.
So you literally just
Oh.
hack its head off and call it a day.
Auto crit.
Coup de grace.
Shit, should we take this bugbear out too? If they were magically given instructions.
It sounds like the bugbear is the same.
No,
Yeah, I
no,
think
no, no.
that-
Jerk feels like bugbears and zombies act exactly the same way. That's fine.
Okay.
So, but you guys are able to see it on this hallway. You do see there's a bit of a door. Guys, roll me. Everybody up there, because the South Hallison's still down there. In fact, everyone roll me perception checks.
Okay.
Where the hell did my mouse go? Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, don't do anything for a second. Sorry. Okay. I'm whispering to someone, but also Taliesin. From your point of view, your angle down here is you're kind of looking around and checking things out without kind of being up where everyone else is. You notice that there is a like stain of blood coming up past here on the floor. So this kind of like streak, and it looks like a bloodied, something bloodied was dragged up from the top of the um, the stairs there.
That's unsettling.
Insight. Could it be freaking?
Oh, paste. No, the exact opposite of that.
Guys,
From
I found
Yarnum's
it.
corpse.
Wait, guys, I found a gray burrito.
Yeah, that's a sleeping bag.
Oh,
That
oh, oh.
apparently was on my clipboard.
Nice.
Just want to move this blood stain to the this quick little drawing. Dragging up there. Yeah, and then it seems to something was dragged up from down underneath there. Where all
Can
that
I-
rubber was.
Can I do like an investigation check real quick?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Godwald, I misread you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My investigation is not the best.
What are your marching orders?
I would like to be in front, but at the same time, I don't know if I can keep up with Jerk.
I can hang back for you to step in front of me. Here,
Okay, because I'll have my shield
let's just switch places.
ready. Okay.
Okay, so from right there. All right.
Good old
Pubert,
11.
your perception roll was not good enough. You did not notice a step and in front of you as the floor gives way. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Taliesin, as you go down and you can investigate a little farther, as you approach over towards the rope ladder, you see blood. You see some blood stains down on the ground here too, kind of coming over, and it kind of goes all the way over to the rocks, coming from the water. Something was dragged
From the
quite-
body of water.
quite a ways
Do we
up
have
here,
a
up to the stairs, and then and then dragged up the ladder and over.
Do we have a
Pubert.
zombie glass staff?
No.
Pubert, as you stepped forward onto that tile before you move forward there, the ground falls out from underneath you, and before you're able to notice, you fall down. You're gonna take a D6. You fall down 10 feet into a pit. You're gonna take a D6 of piercing damage and bludgeoning damage each.
Ooh.
Bludgeoning damage and piercing damage. So as you fall 10 feet down, you actually then, oh my gosh, this is going to be hilarious for me to try and do on the map. I got to zoom in to get all this in. There's too many things right here. So as you fall down to this pit that opens, you notice that you land on a bugbear. One of them and it's rushed to try to let the black spider know actually came in onto this trap. Godwald had just barely noticed the steps in time, but not in enough time to stop you from leading up. The footprints had kind of led around, like there's like a foot on each side of this that you can stand on that isn't in the pit.
Oh. Ah.
And so
Ugh.
yeah, and so you're basically like you're pierced through with some spikes, but just less so because the bugbear had fallen there. You're actually quite fortunate that he was so stupid, or else it could have been worse.
Ah. Okay. Guys.
Oh,
Guys. Hey. There's a pit here.
oh, it hurts.
Roger.
There's some spikes.
That explains that.
Guess it's a good thing that the one person that fell in is the one that wears heavy armor.
You.
Watch out for the pit.
Yep. So you guys are saying there's no fit.
Achievement unlocked. Super Pitter Bottom Brothers. Stomp a Goomba from above.
So we
How-
found the trap.
You found a trap that he had not told you about.
Okay, it's almost 9. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm just going to walk around the edge and wait on this side of the trap.
Yeah, there is a foot roughly on each side. You can kind of like take your bags off, toss them over, and then you just sidle across and be on the other side of it just fine if you want. Taliesin, with your passive insight, you realize that if this was the water, if this was the stream that Glassstaff would have fallen through, he may have fallen down here, and you injured him gravely with that. So someone may have dragged his body up here. It's kind of you kind of deducing
All right.
deducing with that investigation rule.
All right.
You do also see some in amongst all those tools from your perception roll earlier as well that there seems to be under the things that they've cleared out. You can kind of see skeleton bones sticking out from underneath some of the rubble of this collapsed cave, and that was one of the things that's begun to be uncovered down at the base here. I am also going to run to the restroom.
Sure.
It's going to take me an extra second, so you guys can think about what you do and how to get Pubert out of the pit. I'll be right back.
Ouch.
I've
We could
used
tie a rope to that really menacing spider web over there.
I've used all my rope.
I have rope.
I'm at the end of my rope.
Okay, so we've got to figure out. Also, I don't want to go in there anymore.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because there's the black spider and Glassstaff. If he's dead, he's a zombie Glassstaff, which that's probably not good.
So I know that this is meta because I'm not near you guys right now, but basically what my plan is to turn into a giant wolf spider and then go up on the ceiling and go up above and past these bugbears to try to get around this other direction.
All right, so
That way at least we can kind of pincer attack them if that has to be the case. Show that spider that it's not the only spider.
well, I figure we'll kind of wait to see what you do before we continue moving.
One of you guys has to pull Pubert out. Ah, yes. See, Oz is playing Dark Souls.
He just gave up on the game. What do you think, Pubert?
So, did my mic mute during that, or were you guys hearing my alarm going off?
No, it muted
No,
all
it
the time.
I couldn't hear you.
Okay. Sorry about last time where I was like shouting about, "Oh, I have to pee, Anita, help me."
It's okay.
Yeah. So, you're here. You see this this trap. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So this is what you guys kind of are seeing here. You just dealt with him falling through. That Gundren had clearly intended for this to happen.
I don't know how to get you out of there, bud.
How deep is it's 10 feet?
It's 10 feet down into some spikes. It's a difficult place to stand and move around, but you are able to get yourself from being prone despite the injuries. And if only you had worn butt armor, perhaps.
Yes. Well, I'm not there, so I can't really do anything. Sorry.
Can I? It's only 10 feet down.
It's 10 feet down.
All right, so I'll try to brace myself as much as I can, and I'll reach down my arm to kind of like, come on, I'll help you up.
Pull him up.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys gonna collectively try and do a little human chain.
Yeah.
So God will, I see him moving
I'll-
over.
I'll grab onto Jerk and also cast guidance on Jerk.
All right. Then let's get a let's see. So you are thoroughly helped. Do you want a jerk to pull you up or Pew Bear to have help climbing up? Either way, you'll have advantage.
Pew Bear
Plus-
have help because my strength is -1.
Okay, so Pew Bear, you've got advantage on this. And the guidance will include in the help because you're all working together here. So
So that's 2d20 KH1 plus 1d4 plus 4.
it is a smooth rock face, but you may be able to stand and grab his hand. Use him like a rope. I see Pew Bear typing. With advantage. And a D4. You are just able to pull out the it's difficult terrain down at the bottom of the pit with the spikes, avoiding those, but just using the bugbear to stand on its body a bit and you notice it's still alive, kind of writhing a little, so it made it more difficult to just go like using it as leverage with grabbing Jerk's hand, using it the wall. Despite the smoothness of it, you're just able to get yourself out, and you are now on the. You guys are all on this other side of the wall there. Oh, and like I said, Taliesin, you're able to see bits of a skeleton peeking out at the bottom of that. So let me go make sure that that's on there.
So I just realized I've been muted this whole time.
Oh,
okay, because I've been like,
Yeah.
what is
I'm sitting here. I'm
I
sitting
saw
here
a mouth
describing.
open.
Sorry about that. No, I'm just thinking like so. Pew Bear, now bloody and all of that, sits down on the ground for a moment. He's like, "I just give me a moment, guys." And I want you to imagine this in the style of a Ren and Stimpy cartoon. He starts to like grunt really hard, like, "Grr, grr." Like one eye pops out just a little bit. Ah! And like all of his wounds start to glow a little bit.
okay.
And I'm going to use lay on hands on myself to restore myself. And that's what's
Alright.
happening. Like he starts glowing like a little bit, just shaking, like biting his lower lip.
You want to
Ren
do
and-
half? You want to do half and half, or are you just going all the way up?
I'll just go all the way up. That'll leave me with 1 hit point to save somebody with.
It'll all turn out well.
Just kind of ah.
And Taliesin, I circled that.
Okay.
The skeleton you can see peeking out of the ground there.
There's a hole there.
I see him.
I was like, well, I woke up this morning.
It's really tough to see on that map.
And
even
there was a
with the
hole.
little thing. Okay. All right, so you're out and you've healed up using some magic. I need to actually finish taking these pills.
we still missing CJ?
Hmm. Their clever ruse of asking you to follow them ended up working.
This is why when Pew Bear is like, "Hey, that sounds like a good idea," somebody smarter should be like, no, buddy, sit down."
I
Hey,
tried.
I was the one who was leading the charge, so
Pit. I fell in the pit.
Like, oh, there's a hole right there. Ouch.
okay.
Spiky
so
hole. You do notice that it doesn't seem to be. I mean, it clearly couldn't have been made by the bugbears. Like this is actually a feature of the cave in general. Like this had long since been here, and
Oh,
it's
good.
still,
We're in the
it's
sports
still
model.
working. Yeah. If you look down there, there are more like bones. Other creatures have fallen down here before this last bugbear fell down, so they've even known about it. But the bugbear was dumb enough to fall.
okay, so
He failed his dex check while running.
group
That's why I was
meeting, you
rolling
guys.
D20s.
Group meeting. whether he's being mind controlled or not, Gundren's a prick. So, do we want to go in there and confront him and the Black Spider directly? Or do we want to go see where our missing party member is?
Sparkle Gem, roll me a
Uh,
perception real quick.
Let's look for the missing party member.
Are you guys talking about me?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Well, I know, but we don't know where you are, so we're going to come find you.
I feel like you
Oh.
can see me from where you're at.
Well, then we're going to come to
Not
you.
quite from where they are at, but yeah, you guys do know that he was right behind you, as you guys went up the stairs. But he did not come up the stairs with you. Sparkle Gem, roll me a perception check while you're waiting for the boys to pull themselves out of the pit.
I don't know if she's here yet.
I called you collectively. Oh, she's not there. Dang it. Dagnabbit. Well then, somebody else.
Actually, it is 9. Do we want to take a quick breather?
I think that's what she's doing. I thought I kind of went to the restroom too, and then we kind of like solved this problem when I came back because I was very
Oh.
fast. So yeah, you guys want to take that break? We'll wait for her to come back, and we'll pick up from here.
All right, I'll make sure the kid's in bed.
Think about your situation, what you've done with your lives.
So
Think about what you did.
when we come back, I vote we go to Taliesin. I've changed my mind about this walking directly into the spider's den plan.
Good idea.
I really didn't think I was going to get to use that trap. I'm excited.
Wait, what happened?
Well, Godwald, I don't think Godwald would have known what it meant, and you seemed very earnest. So,
Yeah, I like that you guys are like, yeah, follow country. That was awesome.
I was like, yeah, that looks weird, but like, I mean, it's not like this place is actively falling apart, is it?
Like,
I mean, aren't we following someone who went this way? And like,
Yeah, the only
And-
one to really notice that there was in the ground that there was any real indication of this, because it's really just like one of the stone panels that are there in the ground, so it was pretty well hidden. Was that the footprints that kind of walked around it? You know, no one's out here with a broom cleaning up, so Godwald was able to see that, but just not fast enough.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm making a whole bunch of macros.
all right.
Wait, can you load up macros for this?
Yep.
If that's your thing, sure.
I mean, if you have a keyboard and mouse that can do it, then you can do macros for any keyboard and mouse commands. I'm gonna doodle on the map and see if I can recreate this similar tone and texture and make this look more like a cave wall. I don't think it's gonna work, but we'll see. I do wish I had a color wheel. That would be nice.
You wish what?
I wish there was a color wheel on the line color, because it'll do hex code, so it's a pretty infinite selection. But I don't want to have my hex codes available.
What's up, guys?
Hi.
Hello.
All right, Jerk's back. CJ is back.
Oh, that looks nice.
Kind of
Yep.
works. I think it's a better indicator, right? So like that kind of indicates that the cave
kind of
water
sure.
goes down into a tunnel. ching. I didn't give you any sound effects. Man, being doped up sucks. I'm the worst DM when this drugs are in me. I hate this. I'm not doing
mean-
anything fun.
You're good, dude.
I didn't even notice any.
I mean, that's like this whole like the floor collapses out from beneath you. The stone, like you hear the stone mechanism will slide, and as it disappears out from underneath your feet, then you, shing, the blades pop up and a orc body down there. Oh, that poor bugbear. And they just closed it on him too, right? He fell in, and I'm like, all right, fine. They
Like,
closed
oh.
up the floor of the guy in there.
Whoops.
Give zero fucks about each other. Probably another goblin more goblin infighting.
Fred, the guy whose shift we're replacing. Oh, he's probably in the hole. The what? There's a hole. How long has that been there? Well, I woke up this morning, and then there was a hole.
You don't remember the first time we came in here where there was the giant hole? Come on.
You specifically pointed out the hole. You were like, this is the first dungeon we've been to. We don't have to settle on this one. We could go to the next one. You specifically like the hole.
So who are we on? Let's see.
Are we just waiting on Oz to get back?
I think
He's here.
maybe now. Maybe now we are. But I think everybody else is back.
Oh, is Joe back?
I'm here.
Yep.
I'm back. I'm just having some tech issues.
All right.
This is the tech
Spark-
issues.
Sparkleton, while the guys were pulling Pubert out of the spiky pit and he healed himself, I wanted you to roll me a perception roll from where you're at. As you're kind of looking down the hall. It's so bright. Yeah, and you see a hallway, I guess. Some cobwebs down at the end, at least. It's like, that's a lot of cobwebs. All right then. Yeah. So what are you guys doing? What's your situation here?
Well, I had a plan. I don't know if you guys are coming back to me. I do see a skeleton boy over here. I don't know if I should. I'm debating on going down there, but I do have a plan to at least, if you guys were going to continue to go that way, I was going to try and sneak around the other way.
Yeah, I'm coming back to you.
I think we're coming back, like, overall.
Okay. I'm just standing here looking at something as Godwald
Blood?
walks up to me. I'm kind of still looking off and over the side of the cliff, and I don't even look over at him. I'm like, I have the feeling that Glassstaff is still alive, just barely.
Cool. Means we get to kill a kidnapper again.
Hmm.
Something I feel like dragged his body. This stream comes from where we were, and this is where his body would have washed down. Words.
Yeah, he could show you basically the blood stain that was not quite so apparent on the ground. You know, the stone color and the blood now after it's been there. You could see where blood on the stones then was dragged up over to the little like elevator piece that's on the right, and then kind of a little bit farther, and then it kind of just trails off.
Well, we can't ask the zombie what happened because I don't have Speak with Dead yet.
All right,
So
I'm
we could
gonna-
ask someone living, or we can keep looking around.
I'm gonna climb down the ladder and take a gander at this skell here.
Okay. You guys gonna just investigate the area down there?
Yes.
Walking around, see what's going on down there?
I've learned to not stop jerk because either it
Okay.
works out or it doesn't harm me.
Accurate.
Yeah. So just amongst the rubble down here, you've seen a bunch of different skeletons and things, but there is another skeleton. People have been clearing things out, and it looks like this skeleton has partially been uncovered and could be uncovered more. Mostly, you see it's kind of like torso up from from its like waist, so its elbows up on its shoulders, and its crushed, its skull just hanging out from there.
Okay, is it the only thing that's looks like it's been excavated? Is it the only thing still
The
down here?
the area in general has been excavated. So I mean, there's tools, there's the pickaxe, shovel, buckets. There's even someone even pulled a wheelbarrow down there to
Okay,
just
well,
move stone. So they were at it for a minute.
I'd like to take a closer look at the skeleton and see
Okay, well,
why it
from
might be important.
what you can see there is that much of it's covered up. You'd have to like
Okay, well, can I uncover
pull stones off.
more?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So you mean from what you could see, skeleton runs up. As you keep going up, if you start pulling stones off and removing pieces off of stone off, maybe working a little bit with the shovel to dig out, you do see that despite all of the rubble, the crushed skeleton and pieces, there are two ornate intact gloves that are on its hand that have completely survived all of the devastation from around it.
I'm gonna snatch them gloves up.
All right.
Supreme durability.
Yeah, it seems odd that with this, everything else being that, everything else decayed and broke off, has crumbled and rusted, that these are in near mint condition.
All right. So I tell the guys, "Hey, I found some gloves," and I put them in my bag.
All right, put a pair of gloves in your bag. It does seem like
Right.
that area around the skeleton is kind of what they were going for, and that Taliesin might, if you're putting together, it looks like they were about to uncover that, and then maybe somebody's body dropped down here, and before they had the chance, they dragged somebody away.
Okay, so I'll climb back
All
up the
according
ladder,
to plan.
and I will say, seriously, guys, team meeting. We have no plan of attack here. Do we go head on, or do we go get the other way, kill the bugbears, and make our way through the back? Seriously,
My plan,
we've been in this cavern for like an hour. What are we doing?
my plan is if you guys can walk down that way and maybe check for traps while you're doing so, I think that I can possibly successfully sneak past these bugbears.
Well, we already found a trap.
Yeah, there's probably more.
Oh no.
Do we want
I
to
don't-
split up then? Are we sure that's a good idea?
It would just be me by myself, and
That
then the
never
rest
works
of you
out.
guys are together.
Stop. Last time you went off by yourself, I blew you up with fireball. Like,
Okay.
And then the last time Sparkle
You
Gem went off
attacked
by
me, yeah.
herself, she got blown up by Fireball.
yeah, ironic, isn't it?
I've got an idea while they're arguing.
Okay.
I'd like to sit down and ritual cast Detect Magic to see if the necrotic aura is stronger or weaker or different here than it was over by the forge.
Okay. So you take 10 minutes out. So you gotta
Yeah.
sit down, get out your materials, do your ritual casting, the book, and everything.
Yep.
All right. So while you're sitting there, are you guys doing anything else?
Yeah, continue
Uh,
discussing.
I'm gonna look
I
at
mean,
these
when-
sweet gloves I found and wonder.
I'm going to kind of say, no, we should charge in forward, face them head on as honorable combatants should. Yes.
Says the guy in like full armor.
Actually,
I
you know
don't
what?
understand the question.
I'm a lot better at. I have some tricks up my sleeve, guys. I think that if you guys can distract them, I can possibly get a surprise on them.
You guys hear from down the tunnel the voice of Gundren Rockseeker shout out and be like, "Oh, hey guys, sorry about that trap there. I forgot about it, but we're still over here waiting for you. Any minute now."
I'll
They don't care.
Oh, okay, it was a mistake. That can happen.
Yes.
Well, hey
Can't
man,
hear him anymore.
if you lead the way, I'll follow you.
I would say at this point, I'm kind of down just to break through the back because, like, yeah. I don't trust
Okay.
that there aren't going to be more mistakes.
Talison's gonna go over here. How high up are these like how high is the ceiling like down this tunnel?
So it's like 10 feet above the other side, and that's 10 feet above this. So it's probably 20 feet up from you on that side.
But if I go in this tunnel going up the stairs, then how tall would that be?
Oh, the stairs area is carved out, and this carved out portions are almost pretty uniformly made for dwarves. So they are actually a bit shorter. They only go up about 6 feet tall.
How tall are bugbears?
Once the stair goes up, once the stairs go up, there is that little blockade they had made at the top of the stairs, and then it's probably only about 6 feet up from them there.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how tall I would know how tall bugbears are though, right?
I mean, yeah, they're like average humanoid size. I mean, some are taller, some are shorter, right? But they're between your, fully grown at like, what? They're anywhere from like 6 feet to, you know, almost 4.5. Kind of average human heights.
Okay.
I'm sure somewhere there's a really tall bugbear, and somewhere there's a really mockingly short one that they call a goblin. Ah, you're still a goblin.
I'm just trying to think.
Like,
I
oh.
have. So I could, if I turn into a giant wolf spider, which I guess is a medium creature, but I have insanely high stealth, I could probably get past them. Or if you guys just want to attack them, I can throw a fireball at the wooden structure and try to catch it on fire, and that might give us some advantage.
Let's do that.
You're right.
As Godwald finishes his ritual, and he's able to detect magic within the 30 feet from him. Kind of the aura in this cavern is the aura in this cavern is necrotic as well. It seems to, for the most part, permeate most areas of the cave. There was one area that was a little different near the Forge of Spells. But here it is about the same. Also, everyone is glowing quite a bit. Let's see, Pew Bear's armor glows. His sword glows. Sparkle Gem's got a variety of magical items on her that it glows. Jerk's got a glowing knife items in his backpack are glowing.
How about them gloves? They glowing?
Godwald can see glowing in your backpack.
Damn it.
And Taliesin is over there. You could see it about as well. So, you could see all the magic stuff on your cohorts.
Okay. And I'll just keep that running for a little while. And
gonna
so the
switch.
plan of not going that way and instead going the other way and
There we go.
blowing them up on the way. That's what you said?
Yes.
I had said that I could throw a fireball at the wooden barricade that they've made, and it'll probably catch fire, which could probably help us. As well as, I mean, if it produces smoke, I don't think they're immune to smoke, but
Let's see. I'd like to warg, have Gabe roll stealth, and send Gabe to the turn of that tunnel that they want us to go down, and see what he can see.
Okay, so you're talking about sending Gabe down this path. Oh, and I
Yes.
see Sparkle Gem and Jerk over there. So you guys can now see up at the top of the stairs. You see there. You see the structure that it has. It's the spiked walls. It's there to prevent anyone from running up to be able to fight them within melee range. It's also set up at the top of the stairs, so it's quite difficult to get around. Gabe, show me where Gabe is.
Someone is very aggressively typing.
sorry, it's probably me.
Just close to the mic. So where's Gabe? There he is. Oh, okay, you're going up the other tunnel.
Yes, I was gonna
Okay.
have him sneak.
All right. Do you want to roll perception for him as he's doing this? Well, first his stealth, because you want him to quietly fly.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh no!
As
The
Gabe
loudest
is
owl ever.
as Gabe is flying that direction, he sees the trap actually in the floor. And here is, it's kind of distracting actually. So all he really sees and notices is the trap in the ground is closing up. So some mechanism kind of hears goes chunk, 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 and it disappears and closes. But that's what you can see from there. Oh, that was your stealth roll. Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
got it. Stealth roll. As he flies off, trying to be quiet. Goes up, but he notices that. This is your perception. Okay. He notices the trap close. It's not as distracting as I had described it a second ago. But at the end of the hallway, you can see that they're not just cobwebs that are there. It's very thick spider webs, reminiscent of what you saw at Herda Roshi's home. And in this particular collection of spider webs, there are several cocoons, things wrapped up there. It's a pretty good perception roll, actually. You probably discern that they are spider egg sacs. The end of the hallway here.
That ain't good.
You should probably set that on fire on the way out.
I'm gonna keep Gabe going.
Okay. Gabe goes down, flies down the hallway. He flies, he flies, he flies. He comes to the corner. He peeks a corner. He sees some hallway as he's flying. And as he comes around the corner, he sees he sees actually it's a large set of doors. They're kind of a gate. Tall number, large iron handles, iron banding across some very thick looking wood. And it's actually kind of this little section of the tunnel. It's carved in with several pictographs of dwarven imagery. Right, there's a
Sounds ornate.
yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to have Gabe come back because owls don't open doors.
That would be tough.
Hey, Oz, I'm gonna pull out the gloves and show them to you. Are they glowing like everybody else?
It lasts 10 minutes, so I'm going to look at the gloves, still with Detect Magic on, out of my own eyes.
The gloves are glowing.
Can I tell what school it is?
Does that work as Detect Magic, or does that identify?
I only
Detect
get the
Magic.
school with Detect Magic, but I do if it fits a school.
With Detect Magic? Okay.
Yes. So if it's totally defensive, I would get Abjuration, or if it's totally Fireball, I'd get Evocation.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what it is.
Ow. Let go. Let go.
School.
That hurt my arm.
Let's see. So even just to describe the gloves themselves, they actually look like they would go to a set of plate mail. They are almost silvery in appearance with a gold trim on the and the parts of it that are glowing is the whole gauntlet itself, but on the end is a golden face of an ogre, and you don't sense. It would probably be transmutation. It doesn't say it in particular, but I believe that would be transmutation magic. Sorry, I can't tell you immediately.
If it's if it's just like something that you can't really describe, that's like just a simple straight buff, that would probably fall under enchantment.
Enchantment. Okay. I mean, I think the spell that would be on them would be transmutation, but yeah, enchantment then. It's fair.
Fair enough.
They are enchanted.
There's something about these,
Cool.
but it's not like Are you already wearing cool magic gloves?
Yeah.
Does it mean he can't mix them, one on each hand?
If
That does mean actually. You are incorrect.
He's also a rogue, like, wouldn't really wear plate armor.
Yeah, does anybody need some gloves, you guys?
Oh no, I thought it was actually pretty warm in here.
I mean, I
Here,
could
let me
carry them and identify them later.
I'll just throw them back in my bag for now. We'll
Okay.
figure out what they are, and then we'll decide.
Out of character, I'm always a little wary about putting anything magical on until I know what it is.
seconded.
That's smart. Let's just pick up this this magical belt. Clearly magical belt. That
All
this
right.
entire temple was
Yeah.
built
Yeah.
upon.
All right. Advancing.
But
Okay,
I
so I'll
did-
tell you guys at the end of this hallway
I
is
put in the work. I got the image of the gloves for you.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
They are fancy.
Ooh.
scary.
Those
Yeah.
totally look like they should be on Bear.
Yeah, I'll totally wear them once I know what they do.
But yeah, you can see like the ornate detailing with the ogre face in there. But anyways. All right, so what's the plan?
Plan is.
So I'll tell you guys. So there's like not enough There's honestly not enough hallway between here and the door, past the pit trap for maybe another trap, I think. But it's a big door, so there could be a really weird room behind it. Also, that web, there are almost certainly fireball-worthy spiders in that web.
Yeah, and there was also another bugbear down the other hallway. So
You saw that one,
Yeah.
yes,
so
about 30 feet down.
the best bet we've got might be going through the barricade up the top of the stairs.
Better the devil you
I
know.
mean, I have the other grappling hook and rope. We could easily attach that.
What about
Grab
the
the
pit trap?
barricade, rip it down from the staircase, and just charge in.
I like this plan. It sounds like a good plan to me. Yeah, it's a good plan.
Let's do
I
it.
guess that
Pew Bear,
this
we're
is-
gonna need you to yank that thing as hard as you can once
that's
we
a very
attach it.
Legend of Zelda sort of option.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right.
Oh, question. What if I light the barricade on fire and then you use your shield to shove it into them against
Does
the
one of-
wall?
Does one of your spells say it sets things on fire that aren't being worn or carried?
I mean, if I throw a fireball at it,
You have the fireball spell?
well, no, I have produce flame, which is
So lowercase.
Oh, yeah, that's the way.
I
It's
can
not even
hurl,
firebolt.
yeah, I can hurl flame at something.
It's like a little dainty flame.
But I would think that if something is made out of wood, it would probably catch fire.
Does it say it in the spell? If it does, then it would.
I
Should
thought
you
it
be
did,
specific
but
about this. Like fireball specifically states it.
yeah.
Items that aren't worn or carried.
Firebolt also says that.
Yeah, I can hurl flame at a creature with its feet, make a ranged spell attack. It just would take 1d8 fire damage. It doesn't specifically say it would catch fire.
It's a ruling.
So never mind. Try and pull that thing down.
All right. Let's get into positions before they decide to attack.
I agree with. I accept this plan. I will depop Gabe.
Cue the
Okay.
drums.
Don't want to get him involved.
I mean, we're not going to want to be right here at the base of the stairs, because otherwise that thing's going to hit us on its way out.
Everybody kind of step back for a second.
Wait, can I try something real fast though? Like as we're about to set up and do this, I just want to. I kind of want to peek around the corner to them and in Goblin say, "Hey, Gundren said he wanted the Black Spider wants you guys to come in the other room."
Okay, you say it in Goblin to the bugbears.
Yeah.
I give you guidance for your deception roll.
All right, so yeah, I guess roll your deception,
Deception check.
and he's giving you guidance, so it's a
Yeah.
plus a d4.
Deception plus a d4. Tom, stop scratching.
Because I'm next to you.
That's a 17.
So Taliesin kind of peeks the corner, and he's like, "Hey guys, just want you to know," and kind of lays it out for them that they're wanted off in the other place. The bugbears kind of look at each other, and the one's like,
Sorry.
"We have well, and the only person who understands this is Taliesin. It's like, we have our orders. And I'm like, we have orders. He's like, I don't know, go check. All right, go check. And they shout down one shouts down the hall, and he's like, Egar. And so one of them goes off and leaves to check, and then
Right.
you see he's replaced with another bugbear, different guy. Egar comes over.
Well, there might be more than two.
So they're still there. And of course, only Taliesin catches any of this.
All right. P-Bear just yanked the thing down.
All right.
P-Bear, do you understand any other languages besides Common?
I will say
It looks like he speaks Angel,
Well, I can't speak that. So never mind, I just say it in Common.
and
Thanks,
he speaks
Oz.
Deep One.
Okay.
I appreciate that, Oz. Thank you. I will go ahead and I'll just shake my head no. I know.
No, he's not
yeah.
gonna.
I don't.
You don't know other languages.
I know. I can speak Abyssal and Celestial.
That's Deep One and Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you go
All I
ahead
know is
and
in church.
How about we have
So who-
Jerk throw it and Pubert pull it?
So
That's
who was
fine.
the other person with the grappling hook? Oh, okay, so Sparkle Gem.
Yeah,
Sparkle Gem.
Sparkle Gem
I
had
would
one.
say I'll hand over both my rope and my grappling hook for this quick.
All right, do you want me to throw it
Alright.
and then pass it off to you, Pubert?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you could probably just throw it, and I'll hold on to like the part that's you're holding on behind to, so you don't even have to pass it to me.
Okay, so that's just a
I
dex
can just
check, right?
immediately like yank.
Do I get a bonus for this or no? I don't need
What?
a bonus. Never mind.
You don't need a bonus.
nice.
Do I get a bonus? Like, can I have one, please? Can I have
No.
advantage?
It's
Well,
like,
no, no, no.
like,
I was,
I'd
I
like
was.
a little advantage.
I don't think
Can I just
Pubert is
win more?
actually helping you throw.
Okay, that's
Uh,
fine. I got a
so-
20, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, as Jerk, as you guys are discussing this, and Jerk's like, okay, and he throws the hook over. It does. It lands on the structure. The third bugbear comes back, and he's like, no, stay. And they both notice you guys throwing the grappling hook on.
Hey, since I got a nat 20, can I accidentally get one of the bugbears and pull them into it when it comes down?
That is not what you were doing when you rolled that die. So no. Can
I
I,
don't think we have-
change my roll to be doing a different thing because the number was high? Because
I don't
I'd
think we
like to
have
use
that
a
much
high
rope,
number
man.
to do cool stuff.
Come on,
I don't think we have
Smarmy.
enough
It was
slack for
it was a question. You could have just said no.
I don't think.
You're right.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough slack for that.
But no, you are able to expertly throw this up 10 flights of, or 10 stairs, 10 feet upstairs, and get the grappling hook on. They're standing there and they watch this happen. See how smart two of them are.
hmm hmm
One of them gets the idea that you're doing this thing and puts a hand on it to be like, "Huh?" Looks at the other, so he's kind of put his, shield,
Pubert, now.
buckler shield on that hand.
Gonna yank real hard.
All right,
Real
so
hard.
this will be initiating combat. Do you guys want to do new combat, new initiative rolls?
Yes, please.
This
Yeah,
feels like a
alright.
whole new encounter.
Yep. Man, and I'm gonna have
Well,
to grab some.
should we have him pull it down first or initiative right now?
This is the aggressive action of combat happening. So
Okay.
what the fuck?
Pubert just kind of off in his own little world. Like, what was I doing? Oh yeah.
All right, hold on a second. Shoot. I have this so I'm laying in bed. My bed has been moved into the living room, and I am able to I have this connected to my laptop up to the big screen here. It's really nice for seeing like a big overhead of all of this, but it's a little tough to see any details. So when I want to zoom in on something, I gotta change it around. So I apologize for this thing real fast.
If you hold
Thank you.
control and use the scroll wheel, you can scroll. You can zoom in and out on.
My left control button has been sticking, and I've been zooming in and out inadvertently because because of that.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. All right, so give me your guys. You're gonna let's see. Yeah. All right, I gotta grab all of these. Come over here. And I'm gonna ask for your.
Did Tom just fall over?
No, I threw a toy at him.
Okay.
All right, rolls on the die. Sparkle Gem.
I was muted. 17.
17. Jerk.
19.
18. Taliesin.
9.
9. Better than last time.
Yeah.
Godwald.
10.
Hubert.
5,000. 5,000.
Got it. 5,000. Hubert will
Yeah.
go.
Power Man 5,000.
Hubert will go 3 years. in the
Pubert,
past.
Pubert started 20 minutes ago.
All right. So, but with this, we're starting with the action of pulling the instruction down, and we're gonna contest Bugbear strength versus some Pubear strength. So one of them has a hand on it, realizing the construction of this may not have been the greatest idea ever, but they thought it was brilliant. He's now holding on. You're pulling. Roll me your strength check, and then from there we're gonna go down turn order. So your athletics versus Bugbear athletics.
Is it athletics or is it just strength?
Take the bonus, man.
Okay. Yeah. 23.
Nice.
Nice.
Bugbear unable to hold on to the structure. You yank, it goes tumbling down the stairs. You have now moved this piece. Crumbles and falls down. Spikes and things. It was roped together, and it kind of just like rolled, spiked itself down the wall there. All right, so then
Charge!
charge! So being at the bottom of the stairs there, the first person to go in this order is Jerk.
You now have
Alright.
a great line of sight on these dudes, and they are not our friends.
The question is, yeah, I'll crossbow him.
All right.
Did the barricade break, or is it just at the bottom of the stairs now?
It was roped together pretty well, and it just kind of rolled off down the stairs. It's down there.
Okay.
All right, so crossbow. Which one is one of them?
It
the
is
one
now
we
tangled
mess-
up with the rope too, so your rope's kind of wrapped in this spiky
Say
web
again?
thing.
Was
The rope. Sorry, who?
who are you saying to say again?
Chris.
Oh, I was just gonna say, does one of these guys look worse off than the other? Because one of these bugbears took a hit earlier.
Different Bugbear.
Okay,
These guys are fine.
cool. Not for long. Crossbow.
Crossbow shot, Bugbear.
15.
Crossbow fire. This is heavy crossbow up. The bolt flies just over its head, the angle of the stairs and where he's at. You're unable to get the shot right over him.
Damn it. Okay, well then I will move here and stand on this body.
Okay.
And then I'll point at it and I'll point at them.
You just gesture at the body, gesture at them,
And that's my turn.
mean mug them. All right, Sparkle Gem, you're up.
You should have waited to move in until we could yank it a second time and get out of the hallway.
You could probably just slide it over.
Oh, that's true.
Trying to kick it.
I will shoot this one with my crossbow.
All right, crossbow shots. Bugbear at the top of the stairs. Shoom. Another crossbow bolt goes flying over it.
And I'll just like move right here and hang out. Keep in range.
All right. Next in the order is Taliesin.
Okay. I am going to I want to step over here. I guess kind of like right up along, like shimmy in front of Jerk, if that's possible. And then I want to launch Frostbite at this one.
Okay.
Why did that? What? Oh. Yeah, he has to make it's just an auto hit. He has to make a con save of 13 or else he takes 5 cold damage. He did not.
10. He does not.
So he takes 5 cold damage, and he also has disadvantage on his next weapon attack roll before the end of his next turn. And then as an interaction, can I like just slide this out of the way? Like interact with an object to like slide it to make an opening for us to walk around it?
It's heavy and large enough. It's gonna take an action to move.
Okay.
It's not like pressing a button. It's a bit bigger, but it isn't attached to anything. And the spikes are now facing the opposite direction, so they are facing up the stairs. But
Aha,
there was enough space for you to stand there, though.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, I'll wait till my next turn, I guess. Or actually, you know what? I'm not super strong. If it's as heavy as you say, I will kind of step back and kind of like look back towards Pubert and be like, Pubert, you think you can move that out of the way?
Yeah, you could like put your hand on it and be like, oh, that's not be enough for me to just lift out of the way. It's a little too heavy, and yeah.
Okay.
All right, and let's see. I'm gonna mark that. That's gonna be cold. He's got cold damage, and so he can't. He has disadvantage on his next attack rolls.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, melee attack.
Melee attack.
Or
All
no,
right.
actually, it just says weapon attack. So yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, he's just holding a mace and a spear. So, or a morning star, I should say. It's a large mace.
Those are big.
And his little buckler shield. Sorry. All right. Well, if that's your turn, then Godwald, you're up.
Okay. I'd like to step over here and see what's going on. Bugbear is in this thing that's in the way of going up the stairs, and I'd like to try and pull this thing back so that it's not in front of Jerkadal anymore.
Okay. Simple. I guess it would just be strength check for lifting. So pretty easy one to pass, and then yeah, you should be able to use your action to drag it out of the way if you can get over 10.
Nope.
Nope. Aren't you like a minus on strength too?
Not anymore. No, not this
okay.
character.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, the 6 you actually go to lift it up, and it's a little heavier than you expected it to be. It's a pretty big piece, and you're able to like get hands on it and drag it. So it was just, well, technically, if it's easy, is it 5 instead of 10?
I think so.
Difficulty.
I think a 5 would be as easy for checks.
10 is easy. Yeah, so 10 is easy. 5 is very easy. So.
Okay.
The ropes, yeah, the piece is just heavy enough. It is intended to block people, so you're just not quite strong enough. All that book learning.
Fair.
Move this piece.
Do I lose my action for that, or?
Yeah, unfortunately. You go try and move it, and no luck.
I'll step back here and pass.
All right. That means we have some baddies go. Good look at this.
Excuse me. Jesus.
This bugbear runs out. He comes halfway down the stairs. Just shouts something in Goblet that Taliesin can hear. You lied to me. And
you lied to me.
He throws one of his javelins. Yeah, one of his javelins at the nearest guy he can see. He's got a +4 to hit. Jerk. Does this beat your AC? +4. He gets a 15.
Matches.
Taliesin, sorry. I don't know why I just said Taliesin for no reason at all, but a javelin goes flying through the air and hits Jerk, doing 2d6. Doing 3 plus 3 plus 3, so 6 damage total. The javelin pierces through and cuts you. You lied to me. Rah! And he's halfway down the stairs. Then this bugbear who looks, he's the one who was just smart enough to realize that you were gonna pull down the embankment, put the hand on. He's actually a bit bigger than the other bugbears. He's more the large size that you saw like Droop turn into. It looks a little like older. And he will then let's see. He'll turn to the other bugbear and be like, "Go get me more javelins," which Taliesin can hear. Ordering number 4 around. And then number 4's turn, he disappears off into the distance, dashing. He goes running, but this bugbear chief stands at the top with his morning star, prepared and waiting for someone to come his way. All right, and then that's everybody in the room's turn. Bear, you're up.
All right. I will. I'm gonna try to do the same thing Godwell did. I'll run up and try to move the barricade. I'll probably run up to, like, as I'm running up, just kind of like a one sec, like to the bugbears. As I try.
One finger
Like,
up. Hold up.
One sec. And I'll make a check to.
Strength
does-
check. Beat a 10.
Yeah, there we go.
Bear being the stronger Piter Bottom brother, all that exercise and athleticism pays off. You're able to pick it up and move it, and you can drag it with you anywhere you move.
Okay, I'll. You know what?
You could
If
also
I
move to
could,
the other side of you if you just want to stay in one place and move it to the side of you.
that's what I was thinking. Is maybe like, if I wanted to be badass with it, I'd love to like run up, kick it, and where's the ruler? And like have it occupy these 2 squares.
Oh, okay. So you're kind of you're shoving it more or less with your
Yeah, like kind of picking it
your
up and
strength
moving it.
All right. I mean, that to be the flavor for how you picked it up and moved it.
All right, as the DM, I'll let you make the choice. Do we want to do it where, like, he runs up, hold on, and he like just kind of picks it up and kind of almost gently like kind of tosses it to the side, like they put a lot of work into this. He doesn't really want to break it. It's very nice of them to let him do this. Or do we want like the badass like run up and just straight up kick it? Like
I was
would
trying
say-
to pull it back 2 squares instead of just was taking up like these 2 squares instead of these 2 squares.
I'd really rather fight one at a time.
So if you're gonna because you kind of set it before, you're like, hold on, you can pick up and you move it, and you're able to shift the piece.
Excuse me.
It's then kind of turned off to the side. If you want to put a little flare on the
Just like
on the, you like you pick it up with that hand and you just kind of shove it off with your foot out of the side, kind of like, excuse me.
excuse me. Yep. Sorry. All right. Draw
And
my
able to
sword
push
and be
it to the
like,
side. Yeah, it's now like going kind of halfway up halfway up the stairs, but off to the side, so there's enough room on the stairs for you to pass on that side.
okay. Yeah, just like, all right, that's better. And then I'll draw my sword and where were we?
Obstacle taken care of. That was your action to lift and move the barricade. Now the pointy side's also facing the wall, so actually it's
Oh, so nobody can get
really
hurt.
nice. Yeah, it's less difficult, harder. It is all tangled up in whatever rope you used, though. So Sparkle Gem, your rope and grappling hook are on this. But all right, then with Puber's turn ending, that brings us back to the top of the order. Jerk. Unless you move or do anything else.
No, I'm gonna stand right there.
Okay.
Because everybody else has range, right?
I think so.
Sweet. I am now the barricade.
Jerk, you're up.
Sorry, I was drawing a little person. I'm
Yes,
gonna
I see you having fun there.
take a step back and I'm gonna crossbow this guy.
Okay. Take a shot at Bugbear. Number 9. Robe and hook. I like that it's your bathrobe and not your rope.
Got him.
Yeah, hits. Definitely 21 hits. Roll damage. You're attacking the one on the stairs, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a 6.
6 damage. Bugbear number 9. All right. Do you want to do anything else with your turn?
I just say it seems like we're evenly matched. Guess he hit me for 6.
Oh, nice.
And that's it.
Just getting him back. All right. And that means it is Sparkle Gem's turn. Sparkle Gem, you're in a crowded hallway.
You are muted.
Yeah, muted.
I am both of those things. Yeah, I'll just step out. No, I won't have a clear shot because Puber's in the. Well, no, he is up in the air. So yeah, I'll just step out from behind Jerk, shoot my crossbow. Make that do the thing. So 16 on the attack with the crossbow. Against this one. I should have stated that.
16 hits.
And that's 6 damage.
Does 6 damage. More crossbow bolts sinking into the flesh of the bugbear. Yelps out. And Goblin. Fuck.
And yeah, I'll just hold my turn.
All right.
Well, end my turn.
Yeah, end your turn. All right. Then the next person up is Taliesin.
All right. Now that this is open, wrong guy. I would like to. Can I shuffle past and attack with Primal Savagery?
Yeah, you can pass through Puber. He's on your team, and allowing it, you can skip by him, and it's the extra 5 feet of movement. I think we called it to pass through your teammate's square.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I will. Yeah. I move up. I kind of sneak around quickly around up front, and go half lycanthrope. There's just acid claws in my eyes. I would say are werewolf eyes, glow yellow or whatever, and I just take a slash at it.
Taliesin grows his claws, dripping with vicious acid.
I imagine that I turn half almost. At least or I gain some werewolf looks.
Right, some animal-esque feature.
You
to
start
go
to look
along with the
vaguely Canadian.
animal-esque primal thing. Vaguely.
I totally miss him though.
Oh, on the D20. Yep. So you slash, and he still has the high ground. Up the top of this, just even though it's only a little bit.
I should have known.
Obi-Wan was so correct.
I know.
Right.
As a bonus action, do I have disengage?
I don't think
everyone has
so.
that, right? No.
As an action, people have it. Rogues have it as a bonus action.
You can
Monks
bonus
spend
action
a
turn
key
into an
point.
ape.
Yeah, you're right. I don't have it in this. All right, that's
No,
fine.
yeah.
I'll deal with it.
It's a rogue feature. They don't really get a lot of magic, so they get this really incredibly,
Extraordinary abilities.
very useful ability.
Very dexterous stuff. I will stay here. Yeah.
All right. That means it is now Godwald's turn. Godwald, you saw your brother pick up and move the thing. You're very thankful that he's always been working out all these years.
I'd like to toll the dead on the one that's been hit by frostbite.
All right. Oh, so I need to roll wisdom.
Yes, please.
Wisdom save. And the modifier, that's not going to save. It was
That's a fail.
Plus 0.
I deal 11 necrotic damage to that bugbear.
11 necrotic damage to bugbear number 9. Bugbear number 9 is feeling very rough. This has been a bad day for him. You see as the bell appears in front of him and goes dong, hits him across the head. He's just like the psychic. It's necrotic damage. The necrotic damage
Yes.
rings through his brain. He begins to fear death, and yeah, it's not looking very good.
Let's see. It's like, mm.
Oh wait, Pew Bear, your javelin is right behind us too.
Oh yeah, I could throw that.
Yeah, there's one on the ground there.
Plus, I've got one sticking out of me you can take.
There is a javelin. There's a javelin that hit Jerk.
I'll step back out of sight and I pass the turn.
All right.
It's just like our first bugbear fight ever. Can you remember that?
We're back at javelins. No, I don't remember. What are you talking about?
Our first bugbear fight ever. I had run up the stairs and cast what was it? Entangle. And so he was entangled, but then he threw a javelin and it was like stuck in me, and I was like, "You fucking asshole!" And I pulled it out and threw it back at him.
It seems there's some
All right.
bugbears coming back.
Oh, can you guys see my red arrow on the other side?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's bullshit. Well, now they magically move as far as I fucking want them to. So,
Don't punish us for the program's faults.
well, now I just have to guess.
You could just count the squares.
I know. I gotta count. I just
can-
guess blindly. Guess. There's no other way.
You can hide the ruler.
I can't imagine that that's possible. So I'll just have to guess. So, anyways.
Yeah, you can hide from others.
So, but as several of these guys come back around the corner, would you guys please stop that so I can see? Thank you. Yeah, 3 bugbears now facing on the stairs. Well, bugbear number 9 is going to swing his club at Taliesin. Got a +4 to hit. Okay, so we're done playing the game? Because please, I asked you to stop.
You can see that? It's hidden from others.
No, I can see it.
Oh.
Well, we can't.
Well, I could. Please stop.
Aw. Okay.
This is a Morning Star attack with a +4 to hit, 14 to hit Taliesin.
That just hits.
14 just hits. And he will do 2d8.
Trigger.
2d8 and in a second. Taliesin takes 8 plus 2, 10 damage.
All right.
And Taliesin, I'm going to need you to roll a
2 triggers.
I need you.
Three.
Well, no, you're going to roll me 4 separate D100s, and then you're going to roll me a D4.
All right.
Wild magic is wild.
D100s.
Yep.
Roll 1. Roll 2.
my gosh.
3. And then 4. I don't understand why it's weird. Why is it
Crazy
rolling?
low on a D100 roll.
Right, and then roll a d4.
Yep. We're going to see how many of these will add up, starting with the first 3.
3.
So 53, 33, and 5 makes us 6, 8, 91.
Oh god, I'm standing right next to him too. Am I gonna have to clean off Taliesin from my my cloak?
That depends.
It does depend.
Okay. So,
That's kind of. Well,
Taliesin, your clawed hands that you just grew out the claws and were dripping with acid.
yeah.
Your arms alone become invisible, leaving your hands looking like they are floating by themselves.
Hell yeah. I've just become Rayman.
Yes. So you now appear to have floating hands, but your arms are affected by the invisibility spell curse.
Okay.
So you don't look like you have arms now.
Sweet.
That's weird. Okay.
Would this freak them out whatsoever?
I don't think it would freak you out first. So,
I can't see it happen.
if anyone's gonna freak out, I imagine you just got hit with. Oh, you get hit with a club, and and it made your arms disappear.
Oh yeah, I should ask
It's
this.
it's got to be bizarre. It's very surprising. I don't know. I'm not going to impose. I mean, maybe I should, but I'm not going to impose surprise on you. But it's freaky as fuck. So
I
then
got-
there are 2 more bugbears. One has a javelin, and he's going to throw it past the armless with hands guy over to Pubert, who's next at the bottom of the stairs. I believe this is a +4 to hit. I would put that in your appearance category on your character sheet.
All right.
No longer have visible arms, and that is a nat 20 to hit Pubert.
Oh no.
So the bugbear throwing his javelin gets a total of 24. And he's going to do. So I got to roll 4d6? Is that right?
I think so. Are you doubling the dice or the damage?
How did we do it? We decided, we talked
The
about this.
dice.
We said,
I would
rolled-
vote the dice.
That's what we did. So you take 14 critical damage from the spear. 16, actually. So this bugbear at the top of the stairs chucks this thing in the direction. It goes right over Talison's head. It just right into your shoulder. It is very painful. You're instantly bleeding.
Like, ah!
And the larger bugbear, who you now see is wearing a bit more. He's got a more full hide armor on. It's less of a loincloth armor, and it actually kind of comes up over him. He laughs, ha ha ha. It's like,
Ow!
Egar, where are my spears? And then as he says that,
Spears.
Egar runs back with the spear javelins with him, and is joined by another bugbear who was in the room.
Like, time out, time out.
They are now packed into this hallway, coming down and moving towards you. And one of them had an arm full of javelins.
This would have been a fantastic place for a fireball spell.
Yes.
Ow. Oh
Yep.
no.
That had to hurt like a lot, right? That's a lot of damage.
That was. I'm at 20 out of 36 at this point. That's a bit rough.
It's a big hit. With their advantage, but that is all of the bugbear's turns. Hubert, you've just been pierced by a javelin.
Like, oh, okay. Oh,
Do you need healing?
please.
I'm over here.
It's right behind you.
Okay, I will.
Thankfully,
Like
shedding
the
a
right
light
door.
down the hallway. Oh,
I'll,
do I even have that lit up? I can barely tell because I have so many tokens there now.
I'm going to take a step. I'll stumble back.
Oh yeah, we do.
Like, oh, God.
You're basically standing on your old javelin that you threw down here.
I'm concerned about the javelin that is currently in me.
Side
Yeah.
of him.
I'll look at Godwald and just gotta say, do I pull this out? Do I just leave this in here and you take care of it? What do I do?
Don't touch it.
Okay.
If you don't stop picking at it, it won't get better.
Okay. Trying to think of what I could do to maximize my turn because I don't want to move too far from Godwald. But you know what? I'll look around and I'll look at the javelin at my feet. Can I pick that up and throw it?
Yeah, if you want to use your interaction to
That's a lot of dudes.
pick
That's a
up
lot of
the
dudes.
javelin and throw it instead of using your interaction to pull the javelin out of you. Yeah, you could do that.
Well, Godwald said don't pull it out. So
Yeah.
I'm listening to him. So I will
Alright.
chuck my spear. Okay, hold on. Let me do this real quick. That is a 20, unnatural.
Unnatural 20. I'm assuming you're throwing at the one that threw it at you.
Yes, please.
All right. Yeah. Definitely get a good shot in on bugbear number 7. It hits. Roll me damage.
Spears aren't too impressive.
Your javelin, yeah.
Yeah.
D6. What's your bonus?
+2.
+2. 7 damage. All right. All right. Then, unless you're moving, I believe that's your turn.
Yep, I'll pass.
All right. Back at the top of the order. Jerk, your companion has just been impaled. And Talison's arms have disappeared.
All right. So how thick is the this? Could I like jump up on it?
No, that's specifically what it's designed not to do. It's spiky and thin, and it's made to stop passage through
Okay. So I will.
and cause damage to anyone who tries.
I'm gonna crossbow the loud one.
All right.
18.
18 hits. You have a ally within melee range, so
So then.
that would be sneak attack damage as
Yep.
well, right?
Yep. So that's 8 base damage, and then sneak attack is 2d. I should know this by now.
2d6.
2d6.
Roll Monopoly.
Does Taliesin have sleeves?
That was one.
I
Guess I'm an idiot.
And
mean,
you're-
yeah, you would have sleeves on. I'm pretty sure. At least in
So-
the depiction I have of them.
And then in that case, you really only can see like from your wrists that your arms have disappeared. So maybe not as
Not as
noticeable,
jarring.
not as jarring. Maybe we'll roll perception at the top of your turn. But so you jerk as you send a crossbow bolt flying past the invisible armed Taliesin, sinks into the bugbear with what's that total at?
15 total.
15 total damage. How do you kill this bugbear?
Right between
Nice.
the eyes.
Scoop, crossbow bolt just sticks in. It goes so far through his head that just the just the the feathered piece at the end is just sticking out of his head as it eyes roll back, and it goes bump, kind of slumps down onto the stairs.
For my bonus action, I pull the javelin that is in or near me out, and I toss it like next to Pubert. And
Use
then
your interaction to pull the
no,
pull the spear up.
that's gonna be my bonus action to interact with to interact with an object. And then I'm gonna point at the bugbears again, and then I'm gonna point at the dead one, and I'll point back at them one more time, and then that's it.
Point, done. All right. With that, puts us at Sparkle Gem's turn.
Unmute
Sparkle Gem.
yourself.
Is the one in front of Taliesin dead?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
getting to that right now.
Bah.
And it's down
Dead.
on the map there.
The one with the snowflake is very hurt.
Then I'll go crossbow attack on the snowflake one.
Does that frostbite till the next turn put disadvantage? 'Cause I imagine.
He has
Or is it
weapon.
next attack?
It's his next frostbite. The end of his
Before
next
it-
turn.
Okay, so he's good now.
He should be fine now.
It's been a couple.
Still going to attack that guy.
Gotcha. Great attack. This is the crossbow.
It doesn't matter, it missed, so ignore the damage.
Just flies off.
Yep.
Flies off, misses him, and travels right past this whole big area of them. It's an odd angle at the stairs where you're 10 feet down and 20 feet off, and it does make it difficult to kind of get a shot in there.
God, I wish I had time to reattune items before this.
What do you mean?
Because you can only have 3 items attuned at once. You have to spend an hour to unattune and then another hour to reattune to items.
Yeah, and you guys only spent like 2, 1 to like find those things out, and then so you don't really have that one available to you.
Exactly.
You're-
Yeah, I'll just hang out, do nothing, chill.
All right. That means as you're chilling, maxing and relaxing, Taliesin, roll perception. See if you notice your missing arms under your sleeves.
Okay.
It's gonna be very easy.
Doo-doo-doo.
Give me a moment. Let me just check my arms, make sure they're okay.
Is that 14?
Yeah. So you notice then you notice that like beyond your sleeves as you're standing here with your claws out, from the base of your palm down is seeming to be missing, though you can move your hands around.
All right. So I'm gonna like look at my arms and then kind of look back up at the bugbears and be like, "What did you do to my arms?" And then, like as I'm like staring at them and like have rage in my eyes, my body starts to slowly fall apart. And you guys all behind me see that I kind of fall into this big mass of like carrion beetles. And
what?
I'm carrion beetles. And I wild shape into a swarm of insects.
Is that a
Whoa.
thing?
Yep.
That would be just really fucking unnerving to watch.
Yep.
Like, what's my buddy doing here? Oh God.
Was he actually a bunch of beetles in a trench coat the entire time?
Yes.
So it's a swarm of what?
It's swarm of insects.
Beetles.
So it's a medium swarm of tiny beasts.
All right.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I got it up.
Yeah.
All right, you swarm of insects to you. So the transforming is your bonus action, right?
It is actually an action.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty much all I can do. I mean, I'm gonna like skitter around in a big giant pile and hiss at the bugbears. But then I can't do anything until my next turn.
All right. So it sounds like Pubert is unnerved by the sight of what did you do to my arms? And then falls apart to a swarm of beetles. So I'll be very confusing for the party.
Like, this is like where the dream starts to break down.
Right?
And it stops making any kind of sense.
Oh, I guess I will move up because I can, as this swarm, I can occupy the space of something else.
All right. Yeah, I see that.
Should
That's unnerving.
Start
Any
eating the
opening-
corpse for flavor.
Yeah, I'm like, it's just like I'm just like
Flying over it.
I'm just like going in and out of this bugbear.
Okay. That one was the body too. If you want to be swarmed on the others, feel free.
Yeah, I guess I will swarm this dude.
Yeah, because that one was already dead. All right. Well, I need to run to the restroom. But Godwald, you're up next. So think about your turn. That it's going to be the bad guys. Then we're going to be back at Pubert, and I'll find out what happens.
Okay. So,
Y'all mind if I swarm?
So you're just gonna spend the entire time he's gone making shapes.
Y'all mind if I swarm?
Go for it.
as long as you stay on your side of the couch.
Yeah.
As long as all of you stays on your side of the couch.
All of you.
Yes.
We have space.
All right. So, does anybody have any area of effect spells?
Not,
Ish.
not with my currently equipped. Like, I'm out of normal, like, my personal spells, and out of the items I have equipped or attuned with, I do not.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Talison's in there now, but I think I'm gonna run up the steps and wild magic them.
Oh, wait, I could run up and do Pipes of Haunt, and I totally forgot about that. Just make it so they all run away from me.
Like,
Well,
I was
I
kind
don't-
of hoping.
I can non-character knowledge tell you that there's a few things on the wild magic table that are just cast AoE magic centered on you.
Hmm.
I don't know if Jared would
I don't know
let
what
us
version
do
he's
that
using though.
Well,
or
he's
let
got
that happen.
he made his own chart.
He made his
so
own wild
it's-
magic table.
Yeah, he pulled from like a whole bunch. He's got about 400 effects.
Okay.
Then there's no way of knowing.
No way of knowing
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Exactly. He
Good.
made sure we weren't
That's
going
good.
to find out.
Some of y'all like to metagame.
You mean no stuff?
I mean,
Oh, hey,
have insider knowledge that you shouldn't have.
I am gonna metagame a little bit.
as your character.
Oz, that book you found, read it.
Yeah.
Read it.
Are we in the Sword Coast?
Yes.
This entire continent is the Sword Coast?
Yes.
I
Read
thought it
it.
was just the locations on the list.
No, he gave that to you so you could metagame within the game.
I haven't opened the I don't read the campaign book or shit like that. That's not.
No. No, but he-
Metagaming is not strictly reading the campaign. It's like having knowledge that your character wouldn't necessarily have.
Right.
but you
I
actually
know the drow. I already know the drow's in the next room.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've got like information that is very, very beneficial to us in that book. So I
Yeah.
mean, if there's anything in those locations, he's got stories for all that stuff, so he can.
Oh yeah. Does that mean we get to run the Tomb of the Nine Gods during Halloween?
I have no idea. Read the book and,
'Cause
and
that would
ask
be
him about
awesome.
it. When we're around the campfire, just take a look through the book and ask
That
him.
would be awesome.
He's got box text for every single one of those, and we know how much you love box text.
Yeah, when it's helpful.
It will be helpful.
Hey, CJ, I see you're dressed as Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5.
No, this is a skirt I bought when I was like 16 and a top I've had since I was 14. I'm just lounging around.
Wish I could rearrange these macros.
You can't?
And I've
Y'all
never gotten
mind if I
into the Metal Guild.
Did Pubera
Alright,
get
I'm back.
healed?
I
He healed
desperately need it.
himself.
No, that I did not.
Oh, since then, it hasn't been my turn.
Okay, I think you're up
Yeah.
next.
You
Actually,
killed it.
That's why I came crawling
It
back
is-
to you.
Stuff has been happening.
It is currently Godwald's turn.
Oh, good, he's back.
Oh God, help!
And then Pubera, I did drop that spear, that javelin next to you too, so you can grab that.
Okay. Excuse me.
You're
Damn.
excused. All right, so
I'm
Taliesin.
having trouble.
That's that problem. That there, Taliesin finished. Okay, then. Put that
Right.
there. And there's a javelin sticking out of my brother.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
very
Yes,
bad.
There's a javelin sticking out of your brother. And he asked you if he should take it out. You told him no.
What happens if you heal me with it still in there? Like, does it become a part of me?
I would not have said this to you earlier. I was planning to pull it out as I healed you.
Oh, okay. Like, do I? Ah. Because I want to throw that one back.
All right, I'll just use a regular heal on you for my action.
I have a swarm. I have a swarm Taliesin, but it's almost like invisible.
Aw.
Like they're really hard to see.
I spend one first level spell slot in my action and heal Pubert for 12 points while pulling out the javelin, sealing the wound as I do. I then hand it to him.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that sucked.
There is still some muscle damage. So I'd say to avoid strenuous activity, but I'd rather we not die.
All right, Taliesin, I'm giving you this swarm.
Nice. Yeah, look at that.
Oh god.
Oh,
That's
This bugbear just has fucking weird carrion beetles crawling all over him.
how does that even work?
And it's probably really
Yeah,
loud.
What a weird thing to be. I one person is a swarm of other things. Like, okay,
Yeah, hive
good,
mind.
good thing magic works.
Yeah.
But all right, so Godwald heals Pubert, and you rolled for how much it was.
Yes.
Pull out the spear and healed him. Gains 12 points of health back. That must feel better.
that must feel much
And
better.
let's see, that's my level. That's my spell slot for the turn. So that's all I've got for the turn.
All right. And that means we have some baddies going. So, let's see. Oh, Swarm Taliesin can see farther down the hallway too.
Oh, yeah.
Considering he's got millions of eyes.
All
He
right.
can double check himself.
And he's so lucky that he can see another flight of stairs.
Nice.
Goes up another 10 feet here, but you do see it. You do witness another bugbear there.
Do they have
Swarming
more
around him.
javelins? They keep yelling for more javelins.
Oh yeah. This guy brought over a bunch of javelins. Has them, and he's going to hand them to the bugbear chief, who had laughed when Pubert got hit before, and he wants to try his hand at it. But he's also got a giant swarm of beetles on the other guy. But he doesn't really care about his cohort, so he chuckles again. My turn. And he's going to throw a javelin in the direction of Jerk. Oh, it's a 19. I believe that hits. It's going to be 2d6 plus 2. Due to their brute strength. The bugbears are ugly brutes. Oh, I should have done 2. So that's 2 plus. Okay, 2 plus 1 plus 2, so that's a total of 5. 5 damage as another javelin goes flying down the stairs at Jerk, hitting him. This one not quite sticking out of you, just enough to just scathing you off the side and causing you to bleed. The bugbear under Taliesin with a swarm of beetles on him is going to scream and scream in Goblin. This is my worst nightmare. He's gonna try and run away. I gotta move you briefly. He's gonna run. I don't think there's anything that stops him from running with your thing, right?
No, I'm just on him.
Oh, do you count as like
I'm swarmed on him.
you're not like grappling him or something though?
I don't know exactly how that works. Let's see.
You're not like holding him in place. Would you move with him?
That's what I'm thinking, but I'm gonna look that up.
Let's look.
The swarm can occupy another creature's space, and vice versa. The swarm
And vice versa. So then they can and the swarm can move them. Huh. I imagine that you just be occupying the space then, and he uses it to run.
Yeah.
run off.
So you're around them and they can step through you if needed without
Yeah.
being hindered.
He kind of runs off, climbs the stairs, like fleeing from the beetles. Gets up there, realizing that you haven't chased along with him. Interesting. You'll have to figure that out because that would be an interesting mechanic. Like, are you on him in the swarm? Do you just occupying the space technically?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'd argue for just another grapple check like anything else as one
this
medium.
this bugbear who comes along is going to take the javelin from the other one. He's using his whole action to just be handing javelins out to his cohorts. He's seen the javelin work against Bear, and he wants to. He's also seen his friend die at the hands of a crossbow bolt. Another shot in the direction of Bear. 16
Oh,
plus
wait.
4 on natural 20.
Real quick,
Uh,
I would get an opportunity attack on him though.
You would?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Do opportunity attack at the swarming one while I figure out. It's gonna have.
It's all.
It's gonna be disadvantaged because he's got a swarm of beetles floating in front of his face. So it's a little tough to see Bear.
I did roll a nat 1.
Well, you missed that attack, but you did cause extreme difficulty for this bugbear to be able to see, so that javelin misses Bear.
Oh.
And this bugbear is like looks and turns to his friend, eyebrows raised, kind of just like lips curled up, like bugs don't scare me. And he then goes running through the swarm of beetles and past down Bear. So 5, 10, 20 down to get in front of Bear. You'd get an attack of opportunity on him though, which he doesn't realize because nothing bad happened to him, the other guy.
That's a unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20 hits to do some
So
swarm damage. What is it, like bites?
yeah, bite.
Bites.
It's 44 piercing damage. What is that?
10 total.
10. He takes 10 piercing damage as I bite the shit out of him.
All right. 4 takes 10 piercing damage. All right. But then he approaches and he's going to swing at Bear with his Morning Star.
Nah.
Yep, they are looking at this big heavy dude and thinking, "I'm going to take you out." See you as a challenge. 13, I don't believe hits though. Well, plus 4,
Nope.
17.
Nope.
All right,
I'm at a
17 misses.
19.
17 misses as the bugbear charges through. Getting scraped and bitten by beetles. He's now covered in bug bites. And through all the
Ew.
fur, he's looking a little like ugly, little tiny bleeding pieces down him as his parts of his flesh were bitten away as he charged through. Believe that is 1, 2, 3. Yep, all the bugbear's actions there. So
Did
that
Did
brings
anybody
us down.
notice that Taliesin got a 1, 2, 3, 4 on his 44?
Whoa,
Look at that.
I did not notice that.
That's pretty sweet.
It's crazy. 44 is an odd number. Interesting set of die to roll. I would be
Yeah.
like searching through my dice bag, like where do I find
Yeah.
more of these? I'm not a monk. What's going on? But all right,
What?
with that is Puber's turn. Puber,
All right. Well, I will.
feeling better.
Feeling better. I will take a swing right back with my actual magic sword. And I will be like, at last! Ha ha! Not really clarifying what the at last is for. And rolling a mighty 10 to hit.
Still feels a little weird to have had the hole closing up in you after your brother pulled the javelin out and then sewed it shut with magic. Kind of
Like,
throw off your game.
that muscle damage he was talking about. Like, oh.
Do not operate heavy machinery.
Hey guys, Cody. Sorry.
He heals me in like 6 seconds, but there's still going to be like 6 weeks of, therapy.
Right.
Physical, mental, emotional, family.
Your weird friend just turned into a bunch of bugs after his arms disappeared. You feel like you're hallucinating.
Honestly, much
Like-
is explained.
Just don't believe any of this is real. Like, oh, I just need to wake up.
Wake up anytime now. I'm just getting pierced with javelins and everything's fine.
Yeah, this
But
is
alright.
all right. This is fine. This is okay.
All right. That is the end of a round. I want to point out that it's getting close to 11, so probably we'll try and wrap this up and make that the end of the night if we can do it by 11. Does that make sense?
Yeah, maybe fit in one more round, or because I kind of have
Another
to.
round. Okay.
Yep.
If no
Okay.
other objections, then we're at the top of the order with Jerk.
All right, I'm gonna move in on top of this dead one, and I'm gonna rapier at this one.
All right.
17.
17 hits.
5.
Pubert is with you.
Oh, well, yeah.
Sneak attack.
12 altogether.
12 damage. Bugbear number 4. It's looking pretty rough with your rapier slashing. Seems injured. He took another hit from before previously, and with that, do you have anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna swing my radiant wild magic dagger at him too.
All right,
I feel like I'm gonna be cleaning somebody off my armor by the end of the night.
Jerk. Let's see. Is it radiant? Is it always radiant? I can't remember how I made it. Or is it
No,
an action to make it light up?
It's
Dousable?
it's a bonus action.
Okay.
Now,
Okay, so
so when I swing my offhand weapon, do I get the
Do not get your bonus on the attack.
Okay.
So just pure d20.
Let's do it. I don't hit him. Okay. Cool.
And with your bonus action, the offhand of swinging the dagger that you know can cause some Dangerous magic. All right. Anything else? Do you move? Stay there?
Let's stay there. That's it for
All
me.
right. And I believe that'll bring us to Sparkle Gem.
I was muted for a second, but I would like to move like around this guy. You can see where my line's at. Around there, use my bonus action to disengage from him.
Okay. You can't go into the space with the barricade.
Oh, so I can't like step around that.
No, that thing's it's the same thing I told Trick. This is specifically designed for people not to be able to pass sharp pointy. You mean
Well,
you could try and get around it. Maybe a dex check might save you from the damage that would be caused if you did get pierced by it. But it is dangerous looking. You think it's not a great idea.
Well, there goes everything. I guess I'm just going to shoot him with the crossbow again.
All right. You must be low on spells. You must be out.
I'm completely out. I've been completely out for 2 sessions now. I only get my spells back on a long rest.
Long rest. Yeah, you don't get the short rest
Yeah.
bonus.
Does
All
not
right.
get the wizard 2.
All right, who are you shooting the crossbow bolt at?
The one that's in my way. Like,
Oh, all right. Roll me that crossbow.
so 17 on hit and 9 damage.
17 hits, 9 damage to bugbear number 4.
Plus sneak attack if he's not already dead.
You are correct. You would not need to roll. Do you want to roll just to see? But plus 9 damage kills him. Crossbow bolt. How do you kill this bugbear?
I'm just going to scream at him to get out of my way.
Out of my way!
Like, that's all I wanted was him out of my way.
Well, you got your wish. Bugbear number
Now
4 drops dead.
I can't play an instrument as my bonus action. Skip it. I will run
Gnome.
ahead and
Gnome
yeah,
charges
go
in.
right there. Gnome just charges in.
Stands on the body of one of the bugbears.
Yep.
Hanging out there. All right.
Well, if I can use my bonus action to kind of like just pull my staff out and put it out in front of me, like ready to guard if any of them come at me.
Okay. We long ago ruled that you guys can pull weapons out as an interaction.
Okay.
Interaction for talking and for pressing buttons, pulling those things out. So you could use that. You would still have your bonus action if you want.
Awesome. Can't really do anything with my bonus action.
That was weird.
I know. It
Me?
doesn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taliesin
Oh,
rolled out
I'm sorry. I was testing something. My
a
bad.
die that was blank. Okay. So you're there?
Yep, I'm just going to be there and hang out.
Okay.
Because I can't use my bonus action to play an instrument.
No, you can't. It's Taliesin. You're up. You are a swarm of beetles.
Swarm of beetles. I am going to.
That boy there turned into a swarm of beetles.
After screaming about his arms.
I know. I'm going to swarm this boy and bite him.
All right.
Let's do.
The swarm moves over the chief.
D20 plus 3. Come on, dude. Everyone else is hit.
Jeez. It's so weird too. You think it would be like a dex save or something if you're sharing the space with them or something like
Yeah.
mechanically.
No.
Like, how do you avoid a swarm of beetles that's on you? Like
I mainly went this.
sharing a 5-foot square with you.
Yeah. I mainly went this because they have very, very good resistances and immunities.
Cool. Well, you're now swarmed around, obscuring the vision of Bugbear Chief, at the very least.
Mhm.
And is there anything? Is there any other actions or anything the swarm can do?
Nope. I can just swarm and bite,
All right, swarm and bite.
and I guess impose disadvantage if they can't see.
I mean, I consider it that. I consider it a
Yeah.
disadvantage to have a swarm of beetles in front of you as far as perception-based attacks go, or even
Yeah.
just perception rolls. So if I need to see you, maybe if he was casting a spell, it wouldn't matter. But
Yeah.
yeah. So then, if that's your turn,
Yep.
then it's Godwald.
Okay, so I'll step out here, and is this guy still holding a bunch of javelins?
This guy in the corner is still holding a bunch of javelins.
And Taliesin miss. Do any of these guys have damage on them?
Do they look? Do they look hurt? Let me think. 2, 6. Uh, some scratches. A couple scratches on this guy here in the back.
That's the clearest shot. I'll send Toll the Dead there, then, please.
All right. So the dead wisdom roll. Bugbears have +0, so it's pure d20. He fails.
And do I get the bonus?
Do you get the bonus?
Has it taken damage?
Yeah, as I said, he had some scratches. He was a little hurt.
Okay, and 7 necrotic.
All right. Bugbear 6 takes necrotic damage as the bell. I like the idea of this like bell appearing and just like dong across their head.
And let's see.
He's number 6. 6 takes 7. All right. I hear typing. Is someone typing to me?
No, sorry.
All right. No. Okay.
I'm
Let's
messing.
see.
With,
Didn't know if I was waiting for anything.
I'm messing with coding different layouts for macros. While
Let's
we're doing
see.
this.
I look at Pubert. It's like, Pubert, should I do a big thing?
Always. Always do the big thing.
Okay. I'm going to cast a spell with my bonus action. I'd like to cast Spiritual Weapon, targeting
Spiritual-
this
Alright.
square.
And you get a attack with that on its first summon.
Yes,
All right. And what would this spiritual weapon look like?
I'll take a mace, please.
Let's see if I
Mace
can
for 1,000, Alex.
All right. While you're looking for the mace, I have a question. With my
Okay.
wild magic dagger, if I throw that at somebody, does the wild magic affect them or me?
It goes off. If you hit if it attack read it. Give control of this to Godwald. Godwald, you have a mace now.
I observe control of the mace.
All right.
As part of casting this spell during a bonus action, I'll have this mace make an attack on the creature that I attacked.
All right. Roll to attack.
Wow.
The total is 11.
All right. 11 does not hit.
All right, then I pass.
All right. now have some bad dudes action. Yes, second. Some rolls. A little bit of everybody, except for I'm super zoomed in for the combat there. So it's 1 and all right, so let's see. Can things pass through the space of your spiritual weapon? It doesn't
It does
occupy
not.
space.
I would say it does not occupy the space.
Okay. So let's see. Bugbear 7, realizing that the swarm is not on him, comes back down, but getting to the space, seeing the swarm, he actually won't move past it. He won't get close enough to it. Bugbear is going to take his javelin and throw it at Sparkle Gem. D20 plus 4. 17. I believe hits. Sparkle Gem.
I can't hear you.
You got to remember you have the mute
I was-
button.
Yeah, I have a mute button now. It's so weird for me. I'm sorry. This is an adjustment period.
All right. 17 hits though, right?
Yes.
All right. So
If I don't use shield, but you kind of like roll it on the screen and everything, so it's hard to determine.
okay. So well, 17. 17 was the attack roll to hit.
Yep.
13 plus 4 to hit. All right, and then you've got 8 plus 2, 10 damage.
Yeah, I'm looking hurt. And any
Alright.
attack from here on out, I will be using, like I'm calling it now, because I have to call it before the roll is revealed.
No, you have
I'll
to
be
call it
using
before
shield.
the outcome is determined, I believe. Is that right? Let me tell it.
Yeah, but with you rolling it on the screen, like I could be selective about it, so I might as well just call it now.
Oh, that's okay. Well, since I have to roll it on the screen here, laid up in bed and everything, I'm not hiding my die. No, that's not even how that works. Let me read that stupid spell. Because I feel like if I say it, like I'm gonna roll to hit, and I say
And
it
you'll-
hits. So
until
I
the start
said
of your
when I
next-
said it hits is when you had the chance to be like, I would guess.
Oh, because yeah,
Normally, but because it's again because I'm rolling on screen, you don't have this opportunity in between.
exactly.
How would we do this?
That's why I'm going to just say, like, from here on out, I'll cast it now, and then from here all the way until the start of my next turn, I have a AC of 20.
Yeah, it's one reaction which you take when you are hit by an attack or target yourself. So no,
Yeah.
you basically have to be hit before you can take it. So then as a reaction, you can do it.
Okay.
So you could react.
Yeah, as a reaction, I'm negating all 10 of that damage.
Okay, so you react. You add 5 to your AC, which brings you up to what?
20.
20. So yeah, then it doesn't hit because the 17 doesn't hit. So his javelin bounces off the magical force field that appears in front of you.
Yep.
All right, the guy carrying javelins though is going to throw one of them at you. But
That's
your
fine.
AC right.
My
AC
AC
is up.
stays 20 from here until the start of my next turn.
So he gets a 18 plus 4, 22.
That definitely comes in contact.
All right, the 22 hits. And he does 9 piercing damage.
Okay. I mean, I'm still hurt, but I'm alive.
That's them. He won't move past the swarm. The Bugbear Chief. Bugbear Chief grabs his Morning Star. comes in and he looks at you and he's like, "Charge!" as he commands to all of his troops, while that everybody else just goes, "Rah!" But the swarm of bugs understands that he says, "Charge!" And he will move in, but, well, I guess he's just gonna. Sorry, I gotta move you, Taliesin. So I got this guy underneath you. He's going to charge, but not very far in, and then swing at you with his Morning Star, which is going to be a. The chief gets a +5 to hit.
This is a scary moment. Don't care. Alright, just a second.
7 does not hit you,
Correct.
and I believe that is the here at the top of the stairs. Except for this number 7, you can kind of see you. You see you throw it, but your AC is +2 because you're around a corner. He's gonna try and
So
swing.
my AC would be a
This is true.
22. Yeah.
Doesn't hit with his 9, anyways. So, all right, that is that round. If we want to start at the top of the round next time.
Well, we still have Pubert.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. No, that was all them, and then Pubert to end. Sorry. Thanks.
I'll make it quick. I will charge up here, and if I attack this this dude right here,
Mhm.
will that will I hit Taliesin? I'm not sure how attacking a swarm either way.
No, he moved. He stepped out of the swarm. It's a weird mechanic on this where he can occupy their space, but it doesn't create like difficult terrain or anything.
Oh,
So-
okay.
And he's able to move out of it as well. So he could freely move into their spaces, and they can move through it as well.
Okay, so if I attack the bugbear or the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's
Treat it
still
like
not- he
yeah.
stepped
Treat it
out of
like
anyway.
the Beatles are on the floor, but the PC figure is on the top.
Yeah.
all right, I'll attack him for a 9. This is not a good day for me.
Yeah, and that does. He just easily deflects it with his Morning Star. It's not even it's gonna clang off as he
Like,
gets this
oh,
look, gets this happy look in his eyes to be fighting with someone who he feels like is might be on his level.
oh, looks like I'm a couple feet down.
But yeah.
Wah, bah.
All right. And then
And-
I suppose that is the end.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, so we will start the next session at the top of the order with Jerk. We're at mid-stair flight fight with the bugbears and the fright of the beetles, and a lot of different things happening in this very narrow hallway.
Sounds good.
Man, this is really glad that there's no like lightning bolts or fireballs or anything going on in here.
Well, we haven't. Maybe. Maybe there will be.
Yeah, right.
All right. Good night.
Good
Night.
night.